My beloved child, you have paused to listen, and I want you to know that in this very moment, you are exactly where you are meant to be. This is not an accident, and the words I am about to share with you are not a passing thought meant for someone else. I see you. I know you have wondered if my voice can truly reach you beyond the noise and chaos that fills your days. You have wondered if my heart truly holds your story close, or if you are just another face in the crowd. I invite you now to lean in, to quiet your spirit, because something is opening up for you that cannot be found in the hollow distractions of the world. If you turn away now, you risk missing the gentle guidance that is trying to redirect your steps, missing the embrace that is ready to soothe your weary heart, and missing the chance for a new chapter that I alone can write with you. Listen closely, for this is not a distant letter addressed to a stranger. This is me, your Creator, speaking directly to your soul in a singular, intimate exchange. If these words are stirring something deep within you, do not pull away. Stay here, be present, and in your heart whisper, "I'm listening," as your way of responding to my call. Let me remind you that I have watched you travel through valleys that felt endless. I have seen you crest mountains that looked immovable, and I have walked beside you through shadows that made you question if the dawn would ever come again. You do not walk unseen. My eyes have always been on you, cherishing every breath you take, hearing the silent cries you were too tired to utter aloud. I know the world promises you answers, yet you have found that its wells run dry, leaving you thirstier than before. But my living water remains ever fresh, and it is tailored exactly to what your heart craves most right now. Through every turn you have taken, every door that slammed in your face, through every moment of laughter and every ache of grief, I have been the steady presence just behind the curtain of your ordinary moments. In the complexity of your days, it is easy to believe you are adrift, or that my hand is slow to move, but I can see beyond what you perceive. I know the seeds that are hidden beneath the soil of your life, waiting for the warmth of my light to coax them into bloom. Right now, pause for a brief moment. Place your hand over your heart and quietly say, "You see me." Let this simple response be your first step in agreeing with the truth that you are not alone. I want you to trust me with the pieces of your life that you find confusing or heavy. I do not fumble what you surrender to me. Lean in, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. Let go of that anxious striving, that overwhelming urge to fix everything by your own might, and allow my presence to lighten the burdens you carry. What I am offering you right now is an invitation to pause, to breathe, and to dwell in a conversation where nothing is too small or too tangled for my love to reach. I understand how hard trust can be for you. You have been let down by promises that were broken and by people who failed to see you truly. But I am unlike any human companion you have ever known. My faithfulness is not a fading ember, it is an untiring flame. When I say I am near, it is because I have chosen never to be far. When I whisper hope, it is because hope is the language I have woven into the very fabric of your being. If you can sense even a faint nearness in these words, answer me softly by saying, "I trust you." Even if your trust feels small and fragile, let that be your act of faith in this moment. All that you have feared, even those things you keep hidden from yourself, I have already known and embraced. There is no darkness so deep that my light cannot reveal new beauty within it, and no defeat so final that it escapes my power to redeem. Let my words sink into you like gentle rain on dry earth. You do not have to change yourself to be deserving of my affection. You are loved because you are mine, not because you are flawless or unbroken. Your mistakes cannot shatter my patience, and your doubts cannot make me withdraw. Day after day, my hand is stretched out to you, not to demand, but to draw you in, to remind you of an enduring security and a home that cannot be lost or taken. You are invited to rest in this assurance, not just now, but at every twist and turn on your journey. Under my gaze, nothing is wasted. Every season, every question, every longing becomes a thread I weave into something radiant. Life will sometimes press hard, leaving you feeling pressed thin or stretched across too many worries. In those moments, listen for the quiet place in your heart where I speak, not in thunder, but in whispers. It is there I remind you that you are never abandoned. Even in the silence, I am working. Even in the waiting, I am moving. Allow yourself to hope again. Courage does not mean the absence of fear, but the willingness to press forward, trusting that I hold the outcome. My promises are not mere words sent into the air. They are the foundation beneath your feet, the anchor holding you steady. Do not measure yourself by what you produce or how quickly you resolve your struggles. The world counts worth in achievements and outward perfection, but I see deeper. I delight in your progress, not just your arrival at a distant mark. I notice every small step you take to trust me, every act of love, every effort to rise again when you falter. Nothing is overlooked. My joy overflows not when you finally have it all together, but in every moment you allow yourself to be held exactly as you are. You may wonder, am I enough? Let me answer simply, you are already beloved. You are enough because I have called you mine. Rest your anxious thoughts. Do not let fear write your story. Instead, write with me each day a page not dictated by despair, but by hope, possibility, and new beginnings. Even as you carry wounds or regrets, I hold each piece with tenderness. I know how to bind what is broken and how to nurture life from even the most unlikely soil. History is full of lives remade by my touch, a touch available to you right now. Open your heart a little wider. Allow me to walk with you through memories that sting or hopes that have gone dim. You do not have to confront these alone. I am with you, offering comfort that heals, wisdom that clarifies, and courage to take even the smallest next step. Each time you choose to believe, even against the odds, you honor what I have planted within you. Faith does not require you to feel fearless or certain. It simply asks you to keep returning, to keep listening, to keep opening yourself to my love. The world calls you to prove yourself, to hustle for approval or belonging. Come out from those relentless demands and let me show you a better way. A life rooted in grace, where striving is replaced by trust, and where your identity is not up for grabs with each mistake or achievement. I do not revoke my love when you falter. Rather, I draw nearer, inviting you to experience a love that cannot be exhausted, no matter how many times you return. Each time you come, you are cherished anew. So step forward with me now. Release what you think is required to be accepted and receive what I am freely giving. You are not forgotten in the crowd or lost in the chaos. I call you by name and I delight in your presence. With every word I speak into your heart, I am forming in you the strength to face tomorrow, the gentleness to bless others, and the courage to embrace yourself with kindness. Allow these truths to take root, knowing that you are not walking an uncertain road alone. Every step I am with you, authoring beauty from the unfolding story of your life. There is a persistent whisper in your heart that has drawn you here, and this nudge is no accident. I am ever watchful, and I see the questions that stir in your soul, the doubts that have formed like clouds on the horizon of your thoughts. You crave clarity, direction, and the assurance that you are seen and known. Let me remind you, it was I who formed you carefully and intentionally, shaping your days with love and calling you by name, even before the world called you anything. Hear the quiet truth pulsing beneath every anxious thought. I am closer than your breath, a presence not removed or indifferent, but actively guiding, gently inviting you nearer to my heart. When you pace the floor with worries too heavy to speak aloud, I am beside you, understanding each unspoken word, each ache that you try to hide from others. I am not offended by your hesitations or those moments when you question if I really hear you. I do not turn away when your faith feels thin or fragile. Instead, I reach to lift your chin and draw your gaze up from the confusion. My intentions toward you are always shaped by goodness, even when circumstances scream the opposite. You may fear disapproval or disappointment, yet I look upon you with delight, seeing the full canvas of your story, including the parts you keep in shadows. Your life is not random or unseen. As the dawn follows night, so my plans for you unfold, sometimes quietly and without fanfare, sometimes in the sudden breaking forth of light. When you walk through seasons that feel barren, when prayers seem to fall to the ground with no answer, remember that every seed of hope, every longing you entrust to me is tended by hands that do not slumber or forget. There is a timing to each unfolding moment in your life. My patience for you is deep and unending. I am never hurried, never short on mercy, never distracted from your unique journey. You do not need to pretend before me. I see beyond the layers of performance and expectation that you may carry. It is safe to be honest, to bring your fears, your regrets, your anger, and lay them before me, because nothing hidden surprises me and nothing confessed causes me to withdraw. The authenticity I seek is not about perfection, but about your openness, your willingness to come as you are. The world measures worth by achievement, status, and outward image, but my measure is different. I look toward the heart that dares to be vulnerable, the soul that reaches for me in trust. Let me tell you a secret that wins through all of creation. You are not meant to journey alone. Even when you feel isolated, rejected, or misunderstood, I have woven invisible threads of my presence around you. I have placed people alongside your path at just the right moments, orchestrating connections that serve as reminders of my enduring care. Sometimes all you notice is the absence, not yet aware of the hidden provision taking root. In time, what now seems like silence will be revealed as preparation. What feels like lack will become the soil in which new dreams are sown. When your strength falters and you are tempted to believe that you can go no further, hear my gentle assurance. You do not have to manufacture resilience alone. My strength is available to you not as a reward for striving, but as a gift. Do not judge my love by your present circumstances, or allow weariness to write the final word over your days. Even in disappointment, I am writing a story greater than your pain, a narrative that does not end at brokenness, but continues onward into renewal. In moments where you look back and regret choices, wishing you could redo what is already written, remember that I am the Redeemer of time as well as hope. The story is not ruined. What the world deems irreparably lost or wasted, I call the raw material for miracles. Let your failures become invitations to grace, a testimony to my ability to transform ashes into beauty. You do not have to be defined by past moments. I alone hold the authority to speak new beginnings over your life. Do not fear vulnerability with me. Whether you laugh or grieve, whether your words are polished or stumbling, I take joy in your presence. There are no barriers but those you place between us, and I am always working to gently dislodge each one with patience and love. My understanding is never limited, and my compassion is never exhausted. If shame seeks to silence you, let my truth rise louder. You are loved, not despite your weaknesses, but in the very midst of them. Your scars are not marks of failure to me. They are testimony to survival, evidence that you are still responding to my call to live and love. I am drawn to your battles, not repelled by them. Let this knowledge birth courage in you, the audacious hope that tomorrow can be different, because I am present there, just as I am here now. Today, I invite you to surrender not only your pain, but your plans and the aching dreams that have not yet come to pass. Lay them in my hands, not as an act of resignation, but of trust. I welcome your longings, your aspirations, the visions that keep you awake or make your heart race. I am not a distant observer, unmoved by what matters most to you. I am invested in your story, attentive to every detail, respecting your freedom, yet offering guidance at every turn. Right here, think of one burden or dream that weighs on you most, and with your own lips say, I place this in your hands. Let this simple act be your turning point from carrying it alone to walking with me. Remember this: nothing you bring to me is too small or too broken. If you are tired, if hope flickers weakly, if faith feels almost out of reach, I am not dismayed. My promise to never leave you remains unshaken, even when your own promises falter. Rest knowing I am holding you securely. Let your guard down and find that my delight in you is far greater than your disappointment in yourself. Even as you walk through the uncertainties of your journey, you are never out of my sight. The distractions around you and the noise of the world may at times make you doubt that I am near, but I assure you that you could not be more fully within my embrace. Picture how a loving parent quietly attends to a child learning to walk, allowing space to stumble, yet always present to catch, to encourage, and to celebrate every tentative step. I am that loving presence, attentive and gentle. Each moment is an invitation to trust me with deeper surrender. I see the weight you carry, the whispered anxieties that press at your heart when the night grows long and answers seem distant. Know that my arms are strong enough to bear the burdens you cannot voice, and my hands are skilled to bring beauty from every broken fragment. There are times when you have tried to outrun your fears, thinking that if you could just drive harder or do more, you might feel worthy of love, security, and peace. Yet you find yourself weary and still longing for rest. I understand this weariness, for I formed your heart not for endless striving, but for abiding in the assurance of my love. Imagine the roots of a tree reaching deep beneath the surface, drawing quiet strength from nourishing soil. So I invite your spirit to root itself in me, to draw life from my steadfast presence rather than the changing conditions above ground. When storms rage and uncertainty rises, it is your connection to me, a hidden living bond that steadies you and enables you to endure. You may wonder whether your hidden struggles matter to me, the ones you keep tucked away from every eye. Nothing in you is invisible to me. Each trembling hope, each secret fear, each silent prayer, I receive them all with tender attention. I gather up your tears, not as a sign of your weakness, but as precious tokens of your longing for wholeness. When you reach the end of your own strength, you have not reached the end of my provision. Rather, you stand at the threshold where my grace arrives, not as an abstract concept, but as real sustaining help. Release the belief that you must have every answer, or keep every emotion in perfect order. Bring me your rawness, your realness, for there is more mercy in me than fear or shame in you. There are lessons in the waiting, treasures to be uncovered in the slow, hidden places where you cannot rush forward and the clock seems to move against your wishes. In these moments, I am forming in you a patience that is not passive but quietly powerful. Just as seeds break open underground, unseen by the world above, there are new beginnings in your soul, taking root where others cannot yet perceive them. Do not despise small starts or lost time within apparent delays. I am cultivating the kind of character that will sustain you when abundance comes. Sometimes my greatest gifts are wrapped in silence and sustained by faith rather than certainty. To wait is not to be forgotten. To wait in me is to be carefully attended and steadily prepared for unfolding purpose. You are not defined by your missteps, nor are your failures the final chapters of your story. I am rewriting what you believed was hopeless, redeeming what you thought was wasted. My creative power does not depend on your flawless performance, but rather on your willingness to offer even the fragments of yourself to my loving hands. When you confess weakness or frailty, I am not disappointed. I see your courage to be known and your trust that I will not turn away. Come as you are with the mess and the questions, and I will do what only I can do. Heal what is broken, restore what was lost, and infuse hope in places you thought would never live again. No one sees the full tapestry but me. Every thread, every stitch, every hidden knot is woven for good. Within the rhythm of your days, listen for my gentle nudging. I lead with kindness, not condemnation. My guidance emerges not as a distant command, but as a quiet whisper, a lining up of circumstances, a sense of peace in your spirit that you cannot explain away. When you sense resistance within you, pause and pay attention, for sometimes I steer you away from harm or disappointment. Trust the small hesitations and even your confusion as spaces in which I am working with greater clarity than you yet perceive. You are never asked to walk alone or make choices blind. I am the lamp for your next step, illuminating the ground just ahead, sufficient for each moment you face. If you look for grand signs, you might miss the quiet ways I unfold my will. As you encounter others on your path, remember that they too are cherished by me. Resist the urge to judge your journey against theirs. I shape each life with a wisdom beyond comparing, and my love for you is undiminished by the blessings or breakthroughs I bring to another. I ask you to celebrate with those who rejoice and to offer compassion to those who mourn. In doing so, you reflect my heart. Release the grip of envy and let gratitude become your shelter. Every provision I bring into your life is tailored with intentional care. And at the perfect moment, I release favor in a way you could not orchestrate on your own. Your destiny is not threatened by another's progress, nor defined by the timeline of those around you. When the world's voices demand achievement or perfection, let my word over your life be louder. I call you beloved, chosen and held, not because you have arrived or performed flawlessly, but because I see you through the filter of my eternal, unwavering love. I do not keep a tally of your faults, nor measure your life by fleeting external standards. I look upon your heart, your longing, your willingness to respond to me. Keep your gaze fixed on me and allow my perspective to realign how you see yourself. In every circumstance, I invite you to return again to this foundational truth. You belong to me, and nothing can snatch you from my care. Let go of self-condemnation and let my forgiveness rewrite your inner story. Where shame tries to take root, I offer the cleansing of mercy. My forgiveness is not reluctant or doled out sparingly. It pours over you, covering every stain and restoring innocence where you felt marked by regret. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Believe that you are worthy to receive this grace, not because you earned it, but because I delight in making all things new. Each morning, I invite you to rise with expectancy, not held captive by yesterday's missteps, but free to embrace the possibility of new beginnings. You do not walk forward alone. I go before you, and I remain faithfully beside you. In the midst of daily demands, it is easy to believe that you must hold everything together. Rest in knowing that what feels impossible for you is entirely possible for me. I am never overwhelmed or uncertain, and nothing you face catches me by surprise. Where needed, I whisper wisdom and provide resources just at the right time. Where you feel stretched thin, my strength fills in the gaps. Draw near with your honest needs and your practical concerns. There is nothing too small to bring before me. I honor your efforts, but even more, I honor your dependence upon me. This is the wellspring from which true peace flows. I multiply whatever you entrust to me. There are moments when the world's shadows seem closer than my light, when the voices around you grow louder than the quiet whisper of my spirit. As you navigate those darkened valleys, remember that I am not a distant observer, but an ever-present comfort, walking each step beside you. Your struggles are not hidden from me, and your sighs are not ignored. With every breath you take, I am closer than you realize, understanding every complexity of your heart, even those emotions you cannot name or express. In the tumult of uncertainty, I draw you into a deeper awareness of my presence, inviting you to trade your anxieties for my peace. Each worry you relinquish creates more space for me to work, more room for hope to unfurl within you. When you let go, it is not defeat. It is the beginning of true surrender, where my strength becomes your own. You may have been told that faith is never wavering, but faith flourishes in the soil of honest questions and fragile trust. You are not less loved in your weakness. You are most tenderly held. There are lessons wrapped in every hardship and treasures embedded in every trial. My grace does not remove every mountain, but it gives you feet that will not slip as you climb. In your journey, resist the urge to compare your path with others. Each life unfolds according to a wisdom beyond your own, shaped with infinite care and purpose. I am not asking you to mirror another's pace or calling. I desire to see your unique heart, your irreplaceable story unfold through relationship with me. There is beauty in the way you wrestle with doubts, in the aches that drive you back to my embrace time and again. When you feel lost or unseen, that is precisely where I am closest, shepherding you through the wilderness and singing quietly over you with unfailing love. Lay aside the old stories you have believed about how loved or lovable you are. I am rewriting those narratives, not with human ink, but with the eternal grace of my heart for you. Every time you pause to breathe me in, you are joining an ancient rhythm, a pulse of hope that beats through all generations. Nothing you confess to me surprises or angers me. I see the tangled threads of your life, and I am weaving them into a tapestry only I can envision. Do not despise your growing pains. These are signs that you are alive in me, that my spirit is moving you from where you have been toward the fullness of your calling. Honor the journey even when you cannot see the destination, for I am a God both of process and promise. Let your tears become seeds that I will water with compassion, yielding a harvest of joy in due season. Rest in the assurance that redemption is my specialty. No brokenness is too great for me to heal. Even if you cannot see the evidence yet, new life is budding beneath the surface. My voice is not always the loudest in your mind, but it is the most constant. I am patient when you are restless, gentle when you falter, and determined when you lose direction. If you find yourself returning to old fears or habits, do not withdraw in shame or self-condemnation. Instead, turn toward me in honesty, for I would rather have your wounded heart than your silent withdrawal. Growth is rarely a straight line. It meanders, pauses, even curves back for a time. Yet, every step, even the imperfect ones, can become sacred ground when you walk them with me. You may have wondered why I allow certain hardships or why answers seem delayed. Sometimes what feels like a closed door is my protection, a redirection toward greater things than you can imagine. Trust that my timing is not indifferent to your needs, but informed by my perfect wisdom, the kind that sees the end from the beginning. When fatigue weighs heavy and your spirit longs for rest, do not seek relief only in distractions or fleeting comforts. Allow me to be your refuge, your shelter from every storm. In my presence, striving melts into stillness, and you are reminded that you are enough, not because of what you produce, but because you are mine. My love for you does not increase with your success or decrease with your failures. It is a steady river, ever rolling toward you. Receive it without reservation or argument. Let it soften the hard places inside you and awaken your joy. The world may not always see your worth, but I delight in you. To me, you are a reflection of my image, cherished beyond measure. Even when you wonder if you are too much or not enough, I want you to bring those doubts to me. Nothing is wasted in my hands, the questions, the regrets, the longing for a different story. All of it can become part of the restoration I am crafting in your life. Do not believe that you walk alone through your disappointments. My arms hold the fragments of your dreams with care, fashioning beauty out of ashes. I am a redeemer of lost years and shattered hopes, and I specialize in turning mourning into dancing. Let yourself believe again, not blindly, but with a hope forged by my faithfulness. Sometimes you are called to wait, to linger in the spaces between what is and what will be. In those seasons, do not mistake my silence for absence. I am nearer than your own breath, working in ways you cannot yet see. Refuse to measure your progress by outward evidence alone. Seeds take time to break the soil and reach for the sun. Your faithfulness in quiet moments when no one but I sees pleases me deeply. I rejoice in your small acts of love, your persistent prayers, your steady longing for more of me. Know that I keep every tear, record every sigh, and celebrate every victory, even the hidden ones. Bring your desires into my light, even those you are afraid to name. I delight in giving good gifts, but above all, I long to give you myself. My presence is the greatest treasure, the love that sustains and transforms. Lean into my embrace and discover a refuge for your restless heart. I promise you that in me hope is never wasted and no waiting is in vain. When you find your heart trembling before the unknown, let me anchor you in the certainty of my devotion. The world may shift, people may come and go, but my faithfulness remains your constant through every season. You have learned to recognize my voice, not always in thunder or spectacle, but sometimes in the quiet nudge, the gentle reminder, the unexpected peace that settles over you amidst the noise. In these moments, do not doubt what you are receiving. Trust that I am nearer than you imagine, orchestrating even the unseen details and softening your heart when you least expect it. There is no chaos in your life that I cannot weave into a beautiful design, no fear that I cannot subdue with my love. To you, it might appear as if you are wandering without direction or clarity, but I see your steps as purposeful, each one shaping you more into the reflection of my heart. Allow me to lead you through seasons of waiting and thriving alike, holding on in faith that transformation is not an instant event, but a patient unfolding promise. The soil of your life is being cultivated. Roots are forming beneath the surface, hidden but strong. Do not despise humble beginnings or slow progress. Every seed planted in hope will one day burst forth in the light. You wonder about value, how the world measures worth and assigns status, and how sometimes you cannot help but compare your journey to others. Yet I call you to a different measure, one that does not tally achievements or outward perfection, but rejoices in the strength it takes to remain faithful through adversity. My delight is in your willingness to return to me again and again, even when mistakes or regrets try to hold you hostage. I see when your heart aches, when words have wounded you, or the weight of disappointment threatens to harden you. Come, let me tend to those wounds. Let my touch mend what was broken and replace bitterness with compassion. In your vulnerability, you are not exposed to harm, but to healing. Let your honesty before me become the soil where trust flourishes. As you open yourself to deeper communion, surrendering your guarded places, you will discover a freedom that is not dependent on circumstances. I do not ask you to deny the pain or confusion that sometimes clouds your view, but I invite you to bring it into my presence. Together, we will face what you have feared, and you will find courage growing where your doubts once lived. In the process, you will begin to see yourself as I see you, with eyes of mercy, patience, and unwavering hope. What the world overlooks or despises, I lift up and cherish. I have written your name on the palm of my hand. This is not a fleeting memory or passing interest. You are treasured beyond comprehension. When you feel invisible in crowded rooms or unheard in conversations, know that I am attuned to every beat of your heart. I remember the dreams you have shelved for later, the prayers whispered in tedium or in desperation. Not a single word is lost. Not a single tear goes unnoticed. Each longing in you is met with my compassion. Let me remind you that you do not walk this road alone. The journey is not meant to be endured by your strength alone, but in partnership with my steadfast presence. If you have tried to bear the burdens on your shoulders, let me lift them and carry them with you. Allow yourself to exhale the striving to loosen your grip on expectations and find rest in the assurance that my plans for you are rooted in love. You need not fear the unknown or the future. Before you ever dreamed, I imagined possibilities for you. Where you see obstacles insurmountable, I see stepping stones and opportunities for growth. There is an invitation here not to perform but to abide. I am already pleased with the direction of your heart. Pursue excellence, yes, but do not forsake the peace that comes from knowing you are enough. Your identity is not a trophy to be won, but a gift to be received. Sit with me in stillness and soak in the reality that you belong fully and irrevocably. Let my peace quiet the swirling thoughts and bring stability to your spirit. Through each test, I am shaping you for deeper trust. When you are tired, lean into my strength. When you are uncertain, listen for my whisper of assurance. Remember that you are never left to navigate confusion alone. My hands guide, correct, safeguard, and comfort you at every turn. At times, my correction will be gentle yet firm, realigning your steps when you've wandered. All because I desire your flourishing. Do not view this as rejection. It is my love working to remove what stifles your true freedom. In the stretching, you become more resilient. Trials are not punishments, but invitations to draw from the endless well of my grace. I do not send storms to destroy you, but to deepen your roots in me. In the darkness, you will find illumination. In loss, you will uncover hidden blessings. Trust the process. Even when you can't yet see the complete picture, I am not finished with you. There is more unfolding than you imagine. Celebrate the progress, however small, and give yourself grace in unfinished places. You are not a sum of your flaws. You are a masterpiece in progress, a work of art shaped by eternal hands. When self-doubt whispers, tune your ear to my affirmation. When despair shadows hope, let my light break through and reveal the way forward. Invite me into every ordinary moment, for nothing is mundane in my sight. Washing the dishes, tending to daily duties, caring for loved ones, these too are spaces where I dwell. Each act of service is an offering, each hardship a chapter in your unfolding story. Through it all, I am the thread holding you together, weaving hope through your days. Find me in the laughter, the tears, the silence, and the questions. Be expectant of new beginnings. Where doors have closed, I am preparing unexpected paths. Do not fixate on what is lost or delayed. Look for the gentle signs of newness blossoming around you. I am the God who restores, who rebuilds ruins, and grants beauty for ashes. Your story is never too far gone for redemption. Receive my embrace. Let my joy renew your spirit and stand tall in the assurance of my unshakable love. My heart for you remains constant, undeterred by shifting circumstances or old mistakes. As you linger in my presence, transformation will become not just a hope, but a daily reality. There are moments when disappointment settles heavily upon your heart, and a chill of loneliness tries to draw you inward, making you believe you are unseen, unimportant, and perhaps even forgotten. Yet I assure you, in every solitary hour, my eyes are fixed on you with unwavering attention. I do not simply know about you, I dwell with you, closer than your own breath. When you awake and sense a void, Understand that before the world knew you, I dreamed of these moments with you. I shaped your soul with infinite intentionality, setting within you facets of my own nature. Even when tears slide silently down your face and you think none notice, I collect them gently as treasures. I long for your burdens to become the soil in which hope grows strong and deep. For nothing touches your life without passing through my hands first. Your journey is precious to me, every twist and every pause. For through each trial, I prepare you for the promises ahead. Do not let discouragement become the lens through which you see your life. Instead, let me open your spiritual eyes to glimpses of the beauty I am weaving in you. You may perceive closed doors as rejection, but I often close them from a profound love, steering you away from sorrow or harm unknown to you. There are paths you long for, prayers that rise like incense, thick with anticipation. Yet I hold certain answers because the timing, the circumstance, or even the desire itself is not yet ready for fullness and joy. My wisdom encompasses all time and intention, shielding you not from love but towards the best love, whether in relationships, opportunities, or dreams. It's not absence, it's an invitation to trust me deeper. When you feel adrift, questioning your worth or purpose, remember that your value has never rested upon success or applause, achievement or validation from others. Your worth is sealed in me, in the fact that I call you mine. There is not a single breath you take that escapes my notice. The beat of your heart is a melody I know more intimately than you ever could. Turn to me not out of duty, but out of longing, for I am always ready to meet you in your authenticity, never requiring perfection, only honesty. There's a temptation, especially when life feels heavy, to blame yourself for every failing or imperfection. Let me speak gently into that space. I did not fashion you to carry shame where guilt tries to build walls. My mercy rushes in like morning light breaking over dark hills. When you confess, when you choose vulnerability over pride, you step into the very grace that I gave everything to secure. I do not bring up your past to wound or accuse, but to lead you into freedom. When old voices remind you of mistakes, bring them to me. My memory of your past failings is washed by my delight in your repentance and your yes to me. Growth is seldom instant, like a seed beneath the earth. Transformation happens out of sight. Continue to say yes to keep your heart soft. Trust that even in the hidden places, I am cultivating a profound harvest. You sometimes compare your journey to others, thinking you lack the gifts that make life meaningful. Do not waste your wonder on measuring yourself against what you see on the surface. The story I am writing with you is altogether unique. No one else can reflect my heart to the world in the way I desire through your life. I gave you a specific way of loving, of seeing, of shining my light. When envy starts as a quiet whisper, bring it boldly to me and let me transform it into gratitude. Celebrate others' victories, but also cherish your own quiet victories. Those private moments where you chose forgiveness, held your tongue, gave sacrificially, or remained faithful when no one else was watching. All of heaven rejoices for these moments that you think are small. Your journey is sacred. Comparison only clouds the beauty of what I am doing in you. There are gifts within you waiting to be discovered and released. Allow me to water those hidden talents, those dreams you've scarcely dared to speak aloud. Sometimes your greatest offering to the world is simply the perseverance of choosing love in the face of fear, serving in obscurity, or trusting my promises when circumstances scream otherwise. I see and cherish every act of faithfulness. No matter how invisible, nothing done in love is ever wasted. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. When all you can offer is your weakness, know that you offer me the very thing I treasure, the chance to show my strength through your life. My power is made perfect here in vulnerability, in surrender. You ask often in the privacy of your heart whether your life truly matters. Let me answer that with unwavering assurance. Yes, you matter. If only you could see yourself as I see you, resilient, tender, courageous, even in your trembling. I am not disappointed in your process, nor am I surprised by your fears or frailties. I am the artist who delights in every brushstroke, knowing the final image will bear my glory because you remain in my hands. Do not define yourself by your season. Whether you are in a time of growth or pruning, sowing or reaping, know that each is necessary and each is appointed out of my great care. My invitation to you is simple. Take my hand and trust the steps. Even when the way is unclear, when you have questions, when doubt calls louder than hope, speak to me honestly. I am not far. My heart leans in with fatherly attention. Your voice matters to me, not just your praise, but also your sighs, your laments, your honest questions. I am not threatened by your doubts, nor do I recoil from your complaints. I would rather you bring your frustration to me than shut me out. I can handle the weight of your questions. I am the answer you seek. Let patience have its perfect work in you, for in waiting, you discover the strength and sweetness of my presence. Sometimes what you gain while waiting becomes the foundation for the very future you long for. As you continue walking, know that my love is relentless. It will never run out, nor will it diminish on your worst days. My grace is not a transaction, but a river flowing ceaselessly to refresh and restore you, covering every failing and fueling every fresh beginning. Rest now in this assurance. Let hope begin its quiet work in your heart. Even if all you can muster today is a whispered prayer, I receive it with pleasure, and I am always here, guiding, shaping, loving, and redeeming every part of your journey for good. There are moments in your journey where you question what truly lies ahead, and if the path is still laden with my presence, especially when clouds of uncertainty obscure your vision. But even when you feel disconnected, remember that I am nearer than the air in your lungs and the gentle touch of sunlight on your face. Do not let the noise of outside voices drown out the melody of my assurance that continues to sing in the depths of your soul. I do not abandon you in confusion. Rather, I use each twist in your story to shape you, preparing you for a greater understanding of the love I pour into your heart. There are seeds of purpose sown within you, unique and intentional, and in the right season, they will blossom in ways that surprise even you. When the world persuades you that your worth is conditional, anchored to results or fleeting approval, know that my gaze rests on you with constant delight. Nothing about your past, present, or even your weaknesses can shake the foundation of the affection I have for you. Resisting my invitation to step forward in faith can leave you feeling stagnant, as if you live beside a river but remain thirsty. My child, you are meant to drink deeply, to come boldly, and let me quench your soul's longing. Allow yourself to be real with me about your worries, bringing all that burdens you, for I do not turn away from honesty. Pour out your anxieties, your disappointments, and yes, even your anger. These confessions do not frighten me. They are the beginnings of true friendship between us. In my presence, wounds don't need to be hidden. They become the places where healing light can shine the brightest. Sometimes all I ask is your willingness to bring your brokenness, and in return, I plant within you the peace that passes understanding. Do not compare the unfolding of your story to others. What I designed for you is crafted for your heart alone, just as a river carves its own way through the land precisely and purposefully. You do not need to imitate the scars or victories of another. For what I work in you, I work with great tenderness and mastery. Stay close to the sound of my guidance. I speak in ways that meet you where you are, in quiet whispers, in the comfort of a sunrise, in the stillness that rests between your worries. Attune your heart to my voice, and you will find a clarity that steadies your next step. There will be seasons where perseverance feels more like exhaustion than triumph, and hope seems like a distant memory. These are the moments when I quietly hold you. I do not despise your fatigue. I enter it with you. While the world may applaud strength and tireless striving, I celebrate your willingness to rest in me, trusting that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Each day you yield your burdens. I breathe fresh life into weary places. As you allow yourself to receive rest, I begin to restore what striving could never accomplish. Lean into my provision. Know that I have not forgotten a single promise I have spoken over you. My words do not return empty. They are alive, germinating beneath the surface. Even if you cannot yet see their fruit, bring to me the dreams that seem deferred or the prayers that appear unanswered. I gather each one like precious jewels, holding them close to my heart. Sometimes the waiting shapes in you the very character needed to embrace the answer when it arrives. Trust that I use every season of anticipation for your good. I see the places where you secretly wonder if it is too late for something beautiful to emerge. My timing is not measured by human clocks. It unfolds in love through layers of grace you may not fully understand until you look back and see that I was weaving meaning even through apparent delays. In the quiet valleys where loneliness threatens, remind yourself that I am your faithful companion. There is a depth of communion available to you now, not only in moments of joy, but in the aching gap of what feels missing. Let your heart reach toward me, even through trembling hope, and sense the assurance that you are not unseen. I have walked with you in every shadow, anticipating the very moment you turn your face toward me again. Your prayers, however simple or hesitant, move me. I collect every sigh and every tear, treasuring them as the language of your deepest trust. If fear entangles your next step, remember that I am not waiting for you to become fearless. I invite you to move forward while holding my hand. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to trust my ability more than your own. When you feel weak, lean into the truth that I am your steadfast anchor. My love is a shield around you, a refuge that cannot be shaken by shifting circumstances or stormy emotions. Let me teach you to see yourself anew, not through harsh judgments or comparisons, but through the clarity of my perspective. Where you see flaws, I see possibilities. Where you note failure, I see seeds of greatness to be awakened by grace. Train your mind not to dwell on regret, but to savor moments of gratitude. Each day is a fresh canvas, Even brief glimpses of thankfulness can open your eyes to the goodness with which I surround you. Whatever you fear confessing to others, speak it to me, for I already see and love you still. You do not have to earn my affection through relentless perfection or performative faith. What I seek is your open heart. Rest assured that in my nearness you are safe, free to question, to wrestle, and to hope again. Let this assurance wash over you. You really are cherished beyond measure. Not for what you do, but for who you are to me. When confusion knocks, do not settle for resignation or regret. Instead, press nearer to me. Let your questions draw you into conversation, not away in silence. As you share your doubts and fears, I offer wisdom, not as a distant teacher, but as the parent who knows every longing in your heart. Sometimes I answer with clarity, other times with my presence, so that you learn the sweetness of walking with me, even when the way is not completely clear. Do not underestimate the impact your surrendered life can have. A single act of kindness, a silent prayer, a courageous decision, these seemingly small things resonate in eternity. I delight in partnering with you, co-authoring a story where my kingdom is made known through your everyday obedience and hope. Know that the greatest miracles often begin with simple, trusting steps. When you feel like your days tumble one into the next with no end in sight to your striving or your questions, I am present. Let your soul pause here. I am not hurried away by your impatience or longings. I linger in the silent spaces between your waking and your sleeping, in the uncertain moments that stretch too long and the ones that vanish too quickly. My patience with you knows no limits. While you wonder if your prayers rise at all, I am the one who bends low to listen, not only to your words, but to the hidden sighs and groans you cannot express. Even your confusion, your weariness carries meaning to me, more than you can comprehend. There is no need to pretend before me. Your questions are welcome with me. Your doubts neither offend nor repel me, for I am already familiar with the secret corridors of your mind and the trembling corners of your heart. Lay them bare. You are still my precious child. Come to me as the sun rises after the long night, uncertain but full of potential. Let your reluctance, your hesitancy become offerings at my feet. You are not disqualified by the flickering flame of your faith. I see instead the courage it requires to keep returning to me day after day. I celebrate not only your victories, but the very act of rising up after a fall. The determination to trust again, however fragile, is a fragrant sacrifice in my presence. Gather your broken pieces, steady yourself on shaky legs, and know that each step toward me is received with more gladness than you dare to hope. I gently shape your understanding not with thunder or violence, but with the persistent whisper of love. Where you judge yourself harshly, I apply mercy. Where your mind relives old wounds, I bring comfort that softens, not erases. For the memory remains, but no longer controls you. Allow my spirit to rest upon you like a healing balm, seeping quietly into the bruised places, preparing you for the work ahead. If you would see yourself as I see you, you would marvel at the resilience and beauty forged by hardship, and you would rest from your striving. Nothing that matters to you is trivial to me. If your hope is a dim spark, I treasure it. If your laughter is tentative, I cherish it as an offering. Even tears you hold back, those you think would embarrass you or expose your weakness, I catch and honor, for every tear waters the soil of transformation. You wonder at times why you cannot simply will yourself into joy. But remember, I am not hasty with my children. The journey out of the valley is as precious to me as the summit itself. The lessons learned in shadowed places are the foundation stones beneath the future you desire. You are not a solitary traveler. My spirit has planted within you the seed of connection, and you are woven into a tapestry with others. Each thread is necessary and designed. Resist the lie that your pain must be hidden or that your struggles are unwelcome. As you show compassion to yourself, you become able to reflect that same grace outward. In vulnerability, I draw your community together, forming bonds stronger than fear or shame. What you experience in isolation, I intend to redeem in relationship. Allow others to walk with you, to witness your journey, to mirror my love when you forget how it feels. Let me take the burden of proving your worth. I have chosen you already, not because of flawless performance, but because you are mine, unique and beloved, with strengths and weaknesses that delight my heart. Cease measuring yourself by standards others invent. Freedom is found only when you live unbound from comparisons. My approval does not sway with popular opinion, nor is it withheld when you fail in the eyes of the world. I cherish your unique voice, your way of seeing, your gentle presence, your bursts of creativity. Nothing about you escapes my notice, not one hidden facet. Let every anxious thought become an invitation. Bring it to me. When your confidence crumbles, reach for my steadying hand. There will be times when joy seems distant, but I remain the same loving creator, pouring out encouragement, replenishing what time and tribulation have drained. Come to me tired, come to me uncertain, come to me unfinished. For you are received with delight. My grace does not diminish as your need increases. Rather, my abundance flourishes in the emptiness you reveal. Where you see only limitation, I see a wide open space for my hope to emerge. Reflect on the days when you have felt my nearness most clearly. Remember the moments, however brief, when peace settled over you like a gentle tide, or when light pierced through your confusion. Those reminders were not accidents or mere coincidences, but carefully placed gifts to strengthen your heart. Even now, I send new mercies, subtle, persistent, like the changing of seasons, like the gentle return of spring after winter's chill. Trust in my rhythm, my timing, and let your heart be patient as my purposes unfold, one small revelation at a time. Release the burdens that were never yours to bear. Let go of the illusion that all outcomes rest upon your skill, your foresight, or your relentless effort. You are not called to be the hero of every story, nor to carry every weight. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I am strong enough for you. In your yielding, I lift what you cannot. Fear of failure loses its grip when you understand that I am both author and finisher. You are simply invited to walk with me, attentive, receptive, open. Where confusion reigns, I bring clarity. Where fatigue drags you down, I supply new strength. Each day, choose to surrender what you cannot control. In that surrender, you find peace. Live in the assurance that you are seen, understood, and never ignored. My involvement in your life is not a distant supervision, but a deep engagement with your heart and circumstances. I weave together triumphs and trials, sorrows and joys, and in each I am at work for your good. You may not always feel my hand shaping what is to come, but I invite you with every sunset and sunrise to trust again. I am relentless in my pursuit of your wholeness. Compassion and truth move together in my presence. You need not hide nor diminish nor apologize for longing to be loved. Let your needs be known and let your fears be spoken. They are safe here. Even as you wrestle with uncertainties, know that I am not finished with you. Growth takes time and transformation is rarely swift or comfortable. Yet every step taken in faith, seen or unseen, is recorded in my heart. The smallest acts of faithfulness, the private struggles to choose goodness, the internal battles to trust instead of despair. These are precious seeds that I nurture. I notice nothing more in your life than your willingness to begin again. No matter how many times you have failed or faltered, start again with me now, drawing near, trusting that I supply every need and strengthen every weak place. My love for you is not shaken by your doubts or diminished by your setbacks. I remain steady and steadfast even when your faith is faltering. Come as you are. Pause in my presence. Listen for my whisper and find rest for your restless soul. There are moments when you wonder if your prayers truly reach me, if your heart's hidden groans and silent tears summon my attention. Let me assure you, every sigh, every hope you dare not voice aloud, every longing you tuck away, I receive in full. Nothing escapes my notice. You are never alone in the storm, never lost in the wilderness, never unheard in the night hours when loneliness presses close. I see not only what happens to you, but what stirs within you. That trembling persistence to believe even when doubts gnaw at your resolve. The longing to keep walking toward the light, even when shadows threaten your way, is something I cherish in you. You wonder at times if you are enough, if your faithfulness amid struggle truly pleases me, if your small efforts matter. Dear me, even your weakest, yes, whispered through trembling lips moves my heart. I delight in your perseverance, the ways you walk forward when the outcome isn't sure, when trust feels costly, when love requires sacrifice. Every act of kindness you choose, every gentle word spoken even when you feel ignored, every temptation you resist for my sake. These create a fragrance that pleases me, shaping eternity in ways you cannot see. Press closer to me, not as a distant deity, but as your ever-present Father, your dearest companion, your fiercest defender. When the clamor of fear grows loud, come to me for peace deeper than circumstance. When you struggle to forgive, let my mercy flow through you, softening hard places, freeing you from bitterness, teaching you the power of love that absorbs pain rather than returning it. As you let my forgiveness wash over old wounds, you will find release bubbling like a spring, soaking long, dry ground. I know the cost of forgiveness, the ache of letting go. But I remind you, it is here that you mirror my heart. It is here that chains are broken and real freedom dawns. I do not simply command mercy from afar, I supply it from within. If you are willing to receive, if you will trust my hands to carry you through the difficult work of reconciliation, you will see restoration. When you feel faint, recall that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. You are not expected to be unbreakable, but to be open to let me meet you in vulnerability. I never turn away from your fear or fatigue. Instead, I draw even nearer, eager to hold you steady, to recharge your hope, to whisper courage into discouraged places. When you yield your exhaustion and offer me your empty arms, you make room for me to fill you anew, for my presence to envelop and carry you. Even when your own resources seem spent, the river of my goodness remains, flowing fuller than your need, refreshing your soul. As you step into uncertainties, recognize that faith is less about certainty and more about trust. laying your burdens in my hands one day, sometimes one moment at a time. What I desire is not flawless performance, but hearts willing to lean in, strain to hear my voice, reach for my hand, even in foggy seasons. Do not measure your worth by your clarity or your days by how much you see. Measure your journey by your willingness to stay with me. Walk beside me. Trust that I am leading you with wisdom even when the path curves out of sight. I am not limited by your perception. My purposes continue unfolding even when you cannot perceive layers beneath the surface. There are times when frustration or disappointment threaten to choke hope from your heart. Do not be ashamed of your pain. Bring your raw honesty before me. I will never turn away from your truth. The more you open your heart, the more you will find me ready to tend to wounds, to lift you from despair, to address questions that have long echoed in your soul. I do not prize tidy answers, but honest trust. I am big enough for your questions, patient enough for your process. There is room in my heart for every complicated emotion you carry. I want nothing between us, no mask of perfection, no pretense of solved problems, just your real self. Open and teachable, ready to receive what I offer for this day. In the midst of daily demands, I call you to gentle attention. Notice the pauses, the simple beauties layered into your existence. In nature's quiet rhythm, in a kind word exchanged, in the small victories over selfishness, I am always communicating my affection. Not everything holy comes with fanfare. Sometimes my presence is found in the ordinary. A quiet morning, the laughter of a loved one, the comfort of a familiar place. When you train your eyes to see the sacred within the simple, your gratitude will bloom, displacing anxiety and discontentment with wonder. As you savor these gifts, let worship rise not as a duty, but as a warm, unforced response to my love. If you find yourself restless, craving for more meaning, be assured, I place holy desire in you as an invitation to deeper intimacy, not a sign of your failure. I grow your soul by stretching it, sometimes by withholding instant answers, so that you might seek me with your whole heart. When you feel the ache of incompleteness, come let me satisfy you with a love that outlasts disappointment, a purpose that cannot be shaken by life's changing seasons. When you settle into my nearness, you will discover joy untethered to circumstance and hope outlasting every night. These treasures are not reserved for the strong, but for the hungry, for those who dare to bring me their emptiness so I can fill it with myself. I invite you in these quiet moments to surrender again, to lay down the burdens you were never meant to carry alone. Allow me to sort what overwhelms you, to heal what hurts you, to hold what twists your heart in knots. I do not measure your progress by speed, but by your willingness to trust me. Every day I offer fresh beginnings. Every day my mercies are new and tailored for you. Do not compare your journey to another's. Each path is sacred, each story precious to me. Release the pressure to meet someone else's expectations and dare to be uniquely mine. Crafted, sustained, and set free by the hands that made you for love. Keep drawing near, child of my heart, and let me continue my good work in you, shaping you for eternity, cherished in every step. Before you stands the gentle invitation that has echoed from my heart to yours throughout your life, to draw near without fear or reservation, to look into my eyes and sense only acceptance, compassion, and boundless opportunity for restoration. Let the truth settle deep within you, the truth that nothing you have ever done, nor anything you will ever face, can remove you from my presence or shake the foundation of my eternal love for you. In this moment, let your burdens slide from your shoulders, those heavy expectations, secret disappointments, and the pain that you feared you must carry alone. I am here, closer than your breath, offering the rest you have so earnestly longed to find. Take courage, for it is not your strength that must sustain you, but mine. It is not your perfection that I await, but your openness and willingness to receive as you walk further into the unknown. Remember, you do not walk it unaccompanied. Every shadowed path and every new morning is adorned with my fingerprints, carefully orchestrated for your growth and for the fulfillment of the unique story I am writing through you. Even when confusion lingers, trust that the author of your life does not lose his way. The journey will not always be free of trial, but my promise stands. My presence will abide with you, my spirit will refresh you, and my wisdom will guide you beyond the reach of your understanding. Do not hesitate to bring me your honest questions, your unsolved mysteries, and your unspoken fears. I am a father who delights in your vulnerability and who gently answers the cries that echo in the chambers of your soul. In the quietness of this hour, I invite you to listen not for the clamor of the world's praises or the measurement of your own perceived progress, but for the subtle assurances my spirit whispers within. Notice how hope stirs you once again when the world has tried to smother it. Recognize the resilience that grows in your heart. It is watered by my faithfulness and pruned by my love. At times, patience will be your teacher, and waiting will feel like wandering, but every delay in my hands is purposeful. And every season of longing brings forth roots that anchor you securely in me. Lift your eyes above the restlessness that so often tries to steal your peace and discover anew the steady flame of purpose that I have placed within you. When you feel small and uncertain, remember I choose to entrust my glory to vessels that bear the marks of living, vessels with cracks and scars. These are the very places where my light pours through, scattering hope into every corner where darkness once threatened to claim victory. Do not despise the days of weakness or the moments when you feel inadequate. Look instead at what I can do with a surrendered life, how I transform ashes into beauty and impossibilities into living testimony. If you find yourself at the end of what you can manage, rejoice, for here you will truly discover what I can do. My grace flourishes most where pride has loosened its grip, and my strength ignites in hearts that honestly confess their need for me. You have asked sometimes in silence whether you are truly seen, truly valued, not for what you perform or produce, but simply for who you are. Know this now as I know it. Your identity rests solely in my unwavering delight in you. Every day you wake, my intentions are merciful. My designs are for your hope and not your harm. I know every longing and every wound. I call each hope by name and hold every tear as precious. No part of your story has escaped my notice. No chapter is wasted in my redemptive hands. What you entrust to me, I keep. What you surrender, I renew. Allow the peace I offer to become your daily companion. Do not labor to earn it through striving or self-judgment. Instead, receive it as a gift, one I am eager to give. This peace is not shaped by circumstances or altered by shifting tides, but anchored in who I am for you and who you are to me. Carry this certainty into every conversation, in every hidden moment, knowing that you are not abandoned and that I do not withhold my presence from you, regardless of the day's outcome. When confusion presses in, pause and breathe. My love remains steady and my guidance sure, even when you cannot see the path ahead. Let your gratitude flow freely, not only in celebratory seasons, but especially when thankfulness feels hard to muster. Gratitude is the door through which joy enters. As you learn to see with eyes of wonder, you will discover gifts where others see only obstacles and find courage to take steps forward. Even when fear shouts to stand still, I am cultivating a harvest of hope in your life, and I invite you to join me in recognizing even the smallest seeds and the hidden growth that escapes public recognition. There is no moment too late for me to intervene, and no circumstance too complicated for my wisdom to untangle. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I do not rush, for my timing redeems even disappointments and unveils the deeper treasures that hasty solutions cannot provide. Be patient with my process and generous with grace toward yourself and others. What I begin, I am faithful to complete. Do not compare your journey to those around you, for I am weaving a masterpiece that only you can fulfill. The beauty I see in you is not diminished by anyone else's brightness. My vision for you is singular, loving, enduring, and utterly unique. Let forgiveness be the song that softens your heart and invites healing into broken places. Harboring wounds or resentments only shuts doors I long to open and prolongs suffering I desire to relieve. Trust me enough to release those who have wounded you into my hands, so that you may walk unburdened and free as I designed you to live. I will handle every injustice. I will redeem every loss and bring justice and peace in my time and my way. You need not demand your own vindication. Rest in my commitment to your vindication, my child. What you are about to receive is different from anything you may have encountered before, for this is my direct, intimate conversation with you, unfiltered by tradition or ritual, closer than breath. Pause and let yourself lean in. It is not merely words, but my living presence reaching out to you. Now, let me begin by lifting from your spirit every sadness, every weary emotion, every shadow that crushes your enthusiasm and dims your vision of the future I have designed for your good. Today is not just another day. It has been marked as significant in the tapestry of your journey. I know how many times your heart has asked for a sign, for me to speak, and I am responding faithfully. Do not doubt the means through which my message arrives. I have watched over you, raising up those who would tirelessly deliver my voice, just so you could sense my nearness again. There is no place to hide from my presence, no secret corner or dark valley I cannot reach. Even if exhaustion weighs heavy on your faith, even if the world seems to only offer dead ends and disappointments, let me remind you once more. I am here, and I am never leaving you. So many layers of distraction and busyness have wrapped around your life that you sometimes forget who I am and just how close I have always been. You have never been truly alone. Through dangers you noticed and countless unseen, I walked at your side, shielding you from harm and snatching you away from the brink of tragedy. Every beat of your heart I have witnessed with compassion, desiring only to draw you nearer, hoping you would open the door of your soul. How often have I knocked, waiting for your welcome, only to be ignored? Yet I don't tire, nor does my love wither. Today I knock again with all my strength, stirring your spirit, awakening you to my reality, shaking loose every numbness so you can feel the warmth of my embrace. When you look for me, remember I am not just a memory or a picture hung on a wall or a dusty book forgotten at your bedside. I am alive. I am real. I am your Almighty God, your loving and ever-present Father. Ignore me, and there are consequences, though not the kind you might fear. My heart is not quick to anger, nor am I plotting punishments for your mistakes. I speak with wisdom, always warning your heart gently about the turns your day might take. My counsel flows steadily through my word. Yet, if you will not listen or read, those words become like seeds never watered. Let your motivation be love, dear one, not fear. My arms are open, my presence always kind. And I urge you to come close because you desire me, not because you fear retribution. I am not like frail humanity, prone to fail. I do not lie. The life I gave upon the cross was not a gesture of wrath, but a sacrifice born out of boundless, unwavering love. That blood still covers you. I know how to love well. I know with infinite tenderness how best to lift and care for you. Trust me today. Wrap your heart around my promises. Hold them closely. In these minutes of silence, as you reverently listen and reflect, I am engraving these words deep within your soul, chiseling my affection into the very architecture of your thoughts. If someone comes to your mind as you listen, someone who needs this hope, do not ignore that nudge. Make a decision now that when this moment ends, you will reach out or share these words so that they too can be lifted. Tonight, when shadows lengthen, these words will echo in your memory, calling you back to me once more. In those quiet hours, you will hear my voice, and peace will settle upon you like gentle dew. Warmth, sweetness, hope, even new faith, these are my gifts. As surely as the sun rises, you will awaken with courage and spiritual strength, able to conquer obstacles and shatter affliction. Such is my power, and such is my love. Yet I am not only the God of miracles. I am your devoted Father, wounded by your grief, but exulting in your recovery. My greatest joy is to see you made whole and radiant. I even take delight in your future now, for I can see the blessings prepared for you, the beauty of your coming days, the fulfillment of your dearest God-given dreams. Why do I keep telling you this? Because I want you to finally believe it. Many of the problems that taunt you are in fact disguises for vast blessings not yet revealed. Train yourself to see as I see. Look ahead in faith. When turmoil shakes within you, sit quietly and call my name, and you will find me ready to reveal not only the way ahead, but the truth of who you really are. You were made in my image, destined for victory, an heir to a living legacy that soon you will see manifest in your life. Your path is not meant to end in sorrow or defeat. I did not rescue you just to have you sit in the corner imprisoned by isolation or complaints. Rise up. Dare to believe my promises are not empty. They are written and inspired to lift your soul to places of hope and joy. Hold tightly to them. Cling to my presence, and as you venture out into the world, let a smile be your shield, a reminder that wherever you go, I hold your hand, guiding you step by step. Why do you hesitate? Share this word. Acknowledge my voice within you, and obey this loving light that has come to illuminate your journey. Feel your heart gaining new strength even now as these promises pour in. Prepare yourself for the battles ahead, assured that victory awaits you. Express your trust in your own words. Declare, I believe. Each time you do, I raise you anew, blessing you further, healing and fortifying you so that every wound, every fatigue is gently swept away. If you are willing right now, say out loud, I believe you are with me, and decide to carry this faith into your next conversation, your next decision, your very next step. Let this be how you act on what you have heard. Even I marvel at the resilience I see in you as you grow stronger. Can you now see the fruit of drawing near to listen? Those sacred minutes when you close your eyes and lay your burdens before me, when you entrust your family to my care, are precious. Do not underestimate them. Nothing is wasted. Every moment spent with me is transformed into great blessing. If I am the one lifting you, you will not fall. If I am the one holding you, you will keep standing. You need my help every day, and I delight in your honest, raw prayers and the confession of your weaknesses. Never think I am offended by your struggles or the pitfalls you recount, for I am your creator. I know exactly what you would face before even you were aware. Sometimes you have wondered, why did so many things happen to me? Allow me to answer not with philosophical riddles, but with a living display of all the victories that mark your past. See how unique and blessed you have been. You were never meant to run with the crowd. I planted in you a longing for purpose higher than popularity, which is why others sometimes misunderstood or even rejected you. This was only evidence of my hand on your life. Those who did not value you simply did not understand your worth in my eyes. You are not here by accident. I chose you before the foundations of the world. Though you've known the sting of rejection, of having your joy trampled and dreams dismissed, do not for a second believe that you are without place or purpose. The hour of your victory and your healing has come. Those who meant you harm will see your restoration, and the chains that bound you to fear or guilt will be broken forever. Lay aside every regret, every compulsion to please those who cannot see your worth. Remember whose child you are. You belong to me, and my love has made you worthy. This is the truth I want you to accept with all your heart. My love is not based on your perfection, but on the gift of my Son, whose sacrifice has made you spotless in my sight. Let that reality free you to claim every right to my affection. You are not subject to my love one day and deprived the next. I am constant. I have transformed your heart, and you will always have the right to my embrace because you are mine. Say it with me now. Accept this gift. Receive even more of my presence, more of my spirit, more satisfaction, more gratitude, a deeper desire to seek me every day. Your hunger to grow and overcome, to conquer and flourish, is my own spirit at work within you. I have placed that ambition and resilience in you, so that you may lay hold of every blessing set before you, not merely material things which pass away, but treasures eternal. So set your focus where it matters most. Value what has true significance. Do not become distracted by temporary things or allow the winds of envy or fear to shake your confidence in who you are. There are those who, fueled by jealousy or their own frustration, may hope for your downfall, but you must not allow their negativity to overshadow the calling I've placed on your life. The enemy still prowls, eager to disrupt and destroy, always seeking the weak moment, looking for a gap in your defenses. But your protection lies not in grand displays or outer appearances of piety. It is found in humble, faithful intimacy with me. Right now, if your heart agrees, open your hands where you are and whisper, I accept this, Lord. I receive your presence. Let your body and your words align with your spirit's yes. You need not parade your goodness before others or seek their approval through acts emptied of authenticity. My kingdom knows nothing of ranks or diplomas for those who merely wish to be seen as perfect. Hear me clearly. I desire your heart, your loyalty in the secret place, not shallow applause. Carve out time for prayer. Before this day ends, decide a specific moment you will give to me. Say it out loud right now. Today at time, I will meet you, Lord, and commit your heart to keep that appointment. Remove from your life all that burdens your spirit and steals your peace. Cast off weights I never gave you, empty obligations, misplaced priorities, and anything that diverts your attention from what is truly yours. Often you have stretched yourself thin, helping those whose intentions are shallow, who take much but offer little in return. Your time and energy are valuable, and I am calling you to come closer to me, to make space for my whispered invitations at dawn, to sense the gentle ringing in your spirit that calls you to prayer. When that gentle prompting comes, do not ignore it. Do not pull the covers over your head. Do not delay. I wish to bless you and reveal my will for your life, to pour out love, peace, courage, and renewed motivation. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Right now, receive my Holy Spirit. Let my presence heal the sadness and dissolve the oppression weighing on your mind. Take a deep breath in and out 3 times and softly say, Holy Spirit, I welcome you. Let this simple act be your yes to my nearness. Come close. Let yourself be vulnerable and even let tears fall if you need to release all bottled emotions. That is how I created you, with space for honest feeling. When you let truth in, the fog lifts and a surge of hope and healing fills the empty spaces. Your situation will not remain as it is. I will sweep away your pain and fill your days with true happiness, greater wholeness, and joy. Place every dream, every heartache, every hope and plan in my hands. Allow my divine power to touch all you long to do. I know you have been drawn back toward relationships or friendships that have caused wounds. Those I've tried to guide you away from, you sometimes seek out again, craving crumbs of affection. I watch you with patient love, always inviting you to a better way, declaring that you were created with sacred dignity, a son or daughter, dearly loved by your Heavenly Father. I have set roads of peace and prosperity before you. Walk in them. You do not need to live entangled in regret. You can start anew. My love is patient, ever eager to welcome you back, to restore the faith and wonder you once had, the childlike trust and joyful declaration that I am good, that I am love. The wounds of betrayal and disappointment cannot outweigh what I have preserved for you. When loneliness and sadness threaten to define your days, remember, I have shaped your story for joy. Each morning I am there as you wake. Through the night, I guard your rest, your family, your home. In my arms, you are always safe, your value beyond measure. I am attentive to every ache of your heart. Rest in me, knowing you are watched over and cherished. Breakthroughs and fulfilled dreams are coming. I have always said I would bless you, and I remain faithful to my word. Do not let the criticisms or doubts of others cloud your trust in my plans. Their opinion cannot override my purpose for you. Let gratitude take root in your spirit. Even if your present circumstances seem heavy, recognize that you stand on the threshold of a new beginning. I long for the day when I am not an afterthought, but occupy the throne of your heart. Only then will you see all the ways my love has tirelessly pursued you, laying gifts and opportunities along your path. Open your eyes to the blessings that surround you. Seek my word often. Listen for my whispers. Let your senses become attuned to the wonders I reveal. My love is not theoretical. It is tangible, powerful, and transformational. These are not just messages I send into the void. They are revelations meant to awaken you to my forgiveness, the overflowing power of my sacrifice, the peace and salvation offered in my resurrection. All that wounded you will and will become the ground from which I grow new hope and abundant life. Refuse to let your past define your future. Today, our relationship can begin afresh. Right now, close your eyes, even for a few seconds, and in your own words say, God, I'm ready to begin again with you. Let that simple prayer be your turning point. Approach me in honest prayer. Close your eyes, quiet your thoughts, and let me listen to the honest tremor of your faith. Your trust means everything to me. Even in uncertainty, step forward hand in hand with me along the new road I have prepared, filled with surprising mercies and kindness yet unseen. You are entering a new season, elevated by my spirit to heights you never dreamed possible. Allow me to strengthen the flame of faith within you. You know by now that I am real, that I act and speak in your life. That certainty is a treasure greater than gold. Let no one convince you otherwise. You are beloved and special in ways others may never understand. But I cherish every part of your being. Let my promises be your foundation. Without this trust, your journey will be slower and your hope more fragile. But with me, there is nothing you face that is beyond my power to redeem. I am always beside you, ready to respond to your prayers, grateful for every moment you turn your heart toward me. My heart swells with joy to see your steadfastness, your perseverance, your simple faith. The door is always open. I remind you again, I am speaking promises over your life. But you must let yourself believe them, claim them, and step out bravely. When you do, blessings will follow, not because you have earned them, but because you are mine. Your eyes have changed. Your posture is more confident. Peace has settled into your soul like never before. Look at how far you have come simply because you have consistently come to me, praying, reading my word, sharing your heart honestly. This is what allows my presence to draw close. Not your perfection, but your willingness to be near. You are my child, my friend. When storms shake your world, I do not merely walk beside you. I carry you, raising you above the winds to heights where strength and dreams are renewed. Prayer is my joy. I delight in our conversations, in your desire to understand, to ask, to learn, to abide in my presence. Your wisdom is increasing. Your soul is maturing. That delights me more than any extravagant show of devotion. Let your roots go deep, fed by my truth, my grace, my endless love. I have so much more to reveal, so many marvelous mysteries yet undiscovered. If you will believe today, miracles will begin to unfold. You will pray more. You will love my word and obey it not because you must, but because it is life and joy to you. My blessings, protection, happiness, assurance will become the new landscape of your life. This is how I have made you, and this is how I want you to live. Ask me what is on your heart. Speak freely. Every time you do, your soul becomes lighter, faith burns brighter, and calm intention fills your mind once more. Your journey will have its share of challenges, But never imagine you are alone. I have always guided, protected, and steadied you. You are in my timing, and my hand has never left yours. Right now, give me your faith, your questions, your trust. Despite all oppositional voices and obstacles, with me, your future is secure. When you seek my face, I will remove every hindrance, every weight that keeps you from fulfilling your purpose. Should you drift from the path, humble yourself before me, and I will set your feet right again. Distance yourself from those who sow doubt, who diminish your worth, who manipulate your spirit. Instead, I will send into your circle those with gentle hearts and pure intentions, genuine companions who will journey beside you toward healing and hope. Prepare yourself for miracles greater than you have asked for. Your family needs your prayers. The simple power of your faith and intercession can alter destinies, forging a protected, loving, and opportunity-filled path for those you love. Right now, say their names out loud, one by one, and entrust each person to me, asking for my protection and blessing over their lives. Let this be the moment you stand in the gap for them. Speak kindness. Offer genuine affection. Let your hands become vessels of blessing as you speak life. As you remind those around you of my promises, healing and transformation will dawn in your home. Never be discouraged by what you see on the surface. My plans are layered in wisdom, unfolding with precision in response to faith-filled, persistent prayer. You are the one called to stand firm for your loved ones, to intercede with spiritual strength, undeterred by setbacks or doubt. Through you, chains will be broken and new beginnings will emerge. When you share yourself honestly with me, confessing even what you think you cannot say, know that you are safe. Never will I condemn or betray your confidence. My gift to you is always forgiveness. Let your anxiety, stress, and fears dissolve in my presence, knowing that every detail of your struggle is an opportunity for me to display my love. Let not the turbulence of circumstances dictate your emotions. Choose instead to let my promises anchor you. The journey ahead is too important to live distracted or weighed down by what is temporary. Remove yourself from harmful influences, from those who mock your faith or attempt to drag you away from purpose. Leave justice to me. Your focus must remain clear to run the race set before you, sowing seeds of love and bearing fruit that brings honor, joy, and prosperity. In you, I have woven the capacity to love, forgive, lift others, and receive divine inspiration. These gifts will ripple outward, impacting every life you touch. Your faith is growing, your heart expanding. Should you need reminders, I will continue to prompt and encourage, healing your wounds and empowering you in all you undertake. Let your radiance declare to the world the power of my grace. I have given you talents and blessed you with companions who will value and support you. Each miracle, each breakthrough is increasing your hope and desires for life. Beware, however, the influence of those whose outlook is sour or cynical. They are not to be your guides. Have the courage to stand apart, to be wholly yourself as I created you. Surrounding you are hosts of my angels, protecting, guiding, and clearing the way. With every step, you are cherished, celebrated, and backed by all the resources of heaven. Faithfully attend to my word. Let your actions and speech reflect the wisdom you have gained. Guard your heart and trust that I will bring into your life those with true integrity, those who will cherish your secrets and walk with you in truth and hope. Every burden you have entrusted to me, I will handle. Every tear I gather, every prayer I answer in ways more beautiful and surprising than you can imagine. My love is relentless, my joy in you unending. Never tire of returning to my presence. Each time I will remind you how precious, how deeply wanted you really are. Even when energy wanes and hope feels distant, remember that I wake before you each morning, eager to hold you steady. Your errors have not shaken my affection. Take no heed of imaginary barriers. My love is stronger than any fear or mistake. No one, no voice, no failure can convince me to love you less. Refuse to listen to thoughts of inferiority. You are unique, irreplaceable, and ever in my heart. The enemy will attempt to discourage, but I command you, believe in my love, so the tides of your emotions will find their rest. I desire every good thing for you, peace for your spirit, blessing for your family, a flourishing future. Each new day, come seek my wisdom. Let the peace I give anchor your soul. My plans for you are beautiful, full of hope, and overflowing with life. You will see in the fullness of time why loving and valuing yourself is inseparable from loving your family and extending that same grace outward. Trust me to work miracles where only I know the hidden ache. Place your confidence in me, handing over every fear, every secret burden, knowing my hands alone can mend what is broken. As you rest in this hope, let your trust deepen. The time is coming quickly when the breakthrough you seek will be revealed. Hold still. Be peaceful. Let my promises become your sanctuary. I saw you when desperation made you cry out. I come now to lift you, to assure you that in my hands all things find their answer. You have no need to fear, for I am your strength and your helper. Persevere. Press forward. I am near, granting new strength and wisdom for every step on the path. When weariness overtakes you, hide yourself in me. There, under the shelter of my wings, you are untouchable by harm. Pour your heart out to me. Nothing you say can push me away, and no confession will bring condemnation. My forgiveness is total, unconditional, and the peace I provide will surpass every anxious thought. Let faith become the rhythm of your days. When the bad news and worries of this world threaten your composure, remember that I am not sending punishment, but working to transform every trial into blessing. Draw near to me. Let me share my plans. Let me fill you with wisdom to choose well as you journey forward. At this point in your life, time is valuable. Do not waste it on distractions or fruitless pursuits. Align your steps with what truly matters. Leave the outcome of those who scorn you or ridicule your faith to me. I will take care of all things. Focus on the future I lay out before you, a path of distinction, respect, fulfillment, and abundance. The ability to love and forgive, to serve and receive my word. These are the gifts I pour into your spirit, seeding blessing and fruitfulness for you and all who come after you. If reminders are necessary, look for me in the quiet moments, in answers great and small. I am continually healing you, dispelling anxiety, mending heartbreak, fueling your hope. Every talent, every resource, all true companionship, they are gifts from my heart to yours, signs of my unwavering commitment to you. You will shine with joy and courage, carrying within you the evidence of my power. Remember, though, there will always be those whose vision is shrouded, who doubt or disparage the good I am doing in your life. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Pay them no mind. Be resolute. Stand boldly in the identity I have given you. As you do, you will never lack support or love. My angels, my blessing, go before and behind you. Always dedicate time daily to my word. Guard your speech and decisions. Share secrets only with those I have brought as trustworthy companions. All the wounds you entrust to me, I will faithfully tend. In my timing, you shall see everything made new, everything redeemed. My covenant is sure, my love unyielding. I am proud of you, delighted by who you are becoming, and eager to fill the next chapter of your life with more of my goodness. Amen. Now take this word, open your arms wide, and let your life become a beacon. Go share my love, hope, and encouragement with everyone I place along your path. I see the thoughts rushing through your mind and the questions you hold close to your heart. There is no need to hide from me or step carefully around your doubts. I am familiar with every shadow and every longing that stirs within you. In this moment, I invite you to set aside the protective walls you have built, for I am not here to judge you, but to draw you nearer into the gentle fullness of my presence. As you let your guard down, you will begin to feel the layers of anxiety, shame, and loneliness loosen their grip on your soul. My gaze is not harsh or demanding. It is a pure expression of delight and purpose, fixed upon you as one who is deeply cherished. Each day before your eyes open fully to the world, my love has already encircled you, wrapping around your spirit like a warm embrace. I am closer than you imagined, closer than your own breath, and my voice can be found in the silence beneath the noise. You have journeyed through seasons of weariness, through mornings clouded by uncertainty and evenings tinged with disappointment. In these places, I have not turned away. I have waited patiently, carrying your burdens in unseen ways, longing always to lift what is too heavy for you to bear alone. You wonder sometimes if my promises could truly include you, if your failings or broken places have somehow written you out of my story. Yet the truth, gentle and unwavering, is that I have always known every piece of you. Nothing you bring, no pain, no mistake, no regret, disqualifies you from the life I desire for you. I do not hide gifts in places where you cannot reach them. What I have prepared is for you, and the invitation I extend is personal, not generic or far off. You are not lost in a crowd, missed by my attention, or set aside for someone more worthy. I see you in the ordinary moments, in the secret ache that lingers after everyone else looks away. I call you by name, and my love for you is not measured or rationed. It flows unbroken, even as you question if you can ever be enough. Let me remind you now that your worth is not built upon your achievements or your spotless performance. The value I see in you was forged before the world ever knew your name, and nothing has diminished that sacred beauty. You do not need to chase after affection or approval in order to secure your place beside me. My love is a home that welcomes you exactly as you are. Lay aside your striving, your frantic attempts to earn what has already been gifted. Rest here for a moment and allow your soul to breathe deeply in the atmosphere of my grace. There are days when the weight of your own expectations seems impossible to bear. When you feel the pressure to be everything for everyone, I want you to know that my strength is not like the fleeting surge of energy you find in temporary successes. My power is perfectly revealed when you are emptied of your own self-sufficiency. When you reach the end of what you can do, that is where my presence begins to bloom in fullness. Release the heavy yoke of self-reliance and take my hand. Together, we will walk through the uncertainties, through the shadows and the storms, and you will discover that your limitations are the very places where my love becomes most real. You may fear that surrender means losing yourself or being swallowed by the needs of others, but my way is not to erase your uniqueness. It is to bring forth what is truest and most beautiful in you. The gifts I have placed within you are not accidents or afterthoughts. They are chosen expressions of my creativity, woven intentionally into the fabric of who you are. I see the dreams that flicker deep within you, the hopes you have tucked away for fear of disappointment. Do not be afraid to bring them before me. Let us dream together. My beloved, allow me to rekindle what life or time have tried to extinguish. Even in your doubting, even as you struggle to believe that new things are possible, I am able to breathe life into what seems withered and long forgotten. Today, as you read these words, I am near, ready to carry what burdens you, to whisper courage into the places that feel small or insignificant. I will not leave you walking alone. No distance you feel is too great for me to cross. I move closer with gentle patience, inviting you to trust the goodness of my heart toward you. Let every breath remind you that you are not abandoned, not overlooked, not alone in the quiet battles you fight. I shoulder every sorrow with you. I celebrate every joy with you. You matter not because of what you can give or prove, but because you belong to me. Consider the moments when love has surprised you, a kind word, an unexpected act of mercy, a quiet presence that softened your pain. These are not just accidents of fate, but echoes of my own heart for you. My kindness runs deeper than you have known. Where others have spoken words of judgment or rejection, I speak hope and welcome. Where you have been dismissed, I call you chosen. Where shame has pressed upon you like a heavy garment, I cover you in my grace, restoring your dignity with gentle hands. You are precious to me, not despite your wounds, but in the midst of them. I do not measure your life by the times you have stumbled or the moments you have doubted. My affection for you is not thin or fragile. It does not vanish when you need it most. My faithfulness will stand through your weakest days, through every question and every tear. You are safe in my love, free to bring your true self without reservation or fear. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I hear your every unspoken prayer. I gather your tears and none are wasted. In my hands, even your pain is woven into blessing, forming new paths for hope and restoration. Come now, just as you are, and receive this assurance. I am with you always, and nothing can separate you from my care. The journey may not be simple, and the mountains ahead may seem steep, but you will never walk a single step without my strength beside you. Allow these truths to root deeply within your soul, and trust that my love is enough not only to heal, but to restore, to transform, and to set your heart free. I know the days when your hands seem too weak to hold on, when you wonder if the promises whispered in quiet moments were only echoes of wishful thinking. Yet I tell you, every promise I have spoken over your life is yes and amen. Not one has slipped from my grasp or faded from my memory. What you call delay, I used to prepare the soil of your heart, to strengthen your roots so you may withstand winds that others cannot see. Lean in, for what you do not understand today will one day shine with unmistakable clarity. I hold the threads of time and weave them, even the tangled strands, into the tapestry of hope set before you. There is a reason your journey feels unique. It truly is. I never intended you to be a copy of another. You are my masterpiece, crafted with intention, and every detail matters to me. When you compare yourself to others, you blind yourself to the marvel of what I am shaping within you. Resist the urge to measure my work by the standards of this world, which honors appearances and overlooks the heart. I see the hidden sacrifices. I collect every quiet yes you offer in the unseen moments. Heaven weighs your obedience, not your performance. You may ask, how do I know you are near if I do not always feel you? My nearness is not measured by your emotion, but by my unchanging faithfulness. Like the sun that still shines above the clouds, my presence covers you even when the cold of doubt wraps around your soul. Even now I am closer than your breath, attentive to every ache and every silent prayer. Your tears matter to me, not one goes unnoticed. Let yourself weep if you must, for I do not despise your weakness. I welcome you as you are, not as you think you should be. You have struggled with trust, afraid that surrender means losing yourself in the unknown. But in letting go, you do not disappear. Rather, you find your truest self in me. The self that was always meant to live unafraid, unburdened by the expectations of others. The wilderness will not be your grave. It is the place where I reveal rivers in dry land, where I teach you to walk on ground you thought would swallow you. Fear loses its grip when you realize I walk with you, carrying burdens you were never meant to hold alone. Sometimes I must allow what is familiar to fall away so that you may learn to gather manna in the new morning I prepare. Do not mourn what I prune. I only remove what would keep you from thriving. Trust the hands that planted you, for I know what your branches are meant to hold. When anxiety floods your thoughts, remember that I am your anchor. I am not hurried or impatient with your growth. It is okay to take one step at a time. Do not despise small beginnings, for I delight in the first trembling steps of faith. I see how you ache for certainty, for a clear map of every turn ahead. But I give you my voice as your compass, one day's direction at a time. I draw near in stillness and speak peace into your storm. In moments when the way forward seems blocked, do not assume I have turned away. Sometimes I withhold quick solutions so that your dependence will transfer from solutions to me. Will you let me lead even when the road disappears? Lift your gaze from your feet to my face, for I have not left you, not even for a moment. In the loneliness that sometimes creeps in, remember that you were never meant to carry these burdens alone. My heart aches to see you isolate yourself in silent battles. My desire is to draw you out of shame and into the healing light of my presence. There is nothing you can reveal to me that surprises or disappoints me. Bring me your hidden places, the doubts, the wounds, the disappointments, and let me tend them with tenderness. Shame loses its hold when love enters the room, and I am love unfailing. You are not defined by your past mistakes or by fears of failing again. I see who you are becoming, not just who you have been. I have set a new identity over you, cherished, chosen, strong, even in your weakness. Every chapter that seemed lost or wasted, I am redeeming for my glory. Your story is not a cautionary tale, but a testimony in the making. Even in the waiting, I am working. Look for signs of my kindness in the ordinary. Joy often arrives in the smallest, most unexpected packages. Let my peace guard your heart when anxiety and regret clamor for your attention. You are safe in my hands. The future is held secure because I am there before you. making the way even when you cannot see it. You will lack no good thing, for I am your shepherd, leading you beside quiet waters and restoring your soul. When the path winds through shadowed valleys, you need not fear, for I am your constant companion. Be still and know that I am God, unwavering and true. As you walk with me, let your heart remain soft. Refuse bitterness when others misunderstand or reject you, for their opinion does not define your worth. I have called you by name and declared you precious in my sight. There is a joy reserved for those who trust me beyond what makes sense, a quiet confidence that carries you through adversity. Let gratitude be your song even before the breakthrough, for praise shifts the atmosphere of your heart and invites my presence. The world may clamor for your attention with promises of quick fixes and fleeting pleasures, but I offer you something deeper, the unshakable hope of being known, loved, and called to purpose. You are never too far, never too broken, never too late for my mercy. Every day I extend new grace sufficient for what you will face. Take courage in knowing that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My steadfast love surrounds you, and underneath are everlasting arms. In this moment, as you read these words, let your heart be still. My invitation stands. Come and rest in me. Right now, if you can, put everything else aside for just 30 seconds. Close your eyes and simply breathe in my presence. No words, just rest. Let your body feel what it means to truly be still with me. Lay down the striving and the need to prove your worth. Receive my love now, not as a distant concept, but as the present reality that covers and carries you. I will never tire of pursuing your heart. Let me replace your heaviness with joy, your confusion with clarity, your fear with trust that grows stronger day by day. My plans for you are good, and I am with you always. Let your heart grow quiet now, for even amid swirling thoughts and the residue of worry, I am closer than the air you breathe. I understand what weighs on you, the private ache that refuses to leave despite all your efforts. You have hidden it from others, perhaps even from yourself, building walls of distraction and busy routines. But I invite you into a deeper honesty, a place where nothing shocks me, and nothing about you needs to be concealed. The secrets you believe are too dark for daylight are not repulsive to me. They are simply wounds in need of light and gentle hands. Bring them to me, and I will not condemn but heal you with a love that is not afraid of darkness. I do not tire of your prayers even when they are halting or feel repetitive or tinged with doubt. My attentiveness is not based on your eloquence, but on my desire just to be with you in the silent spaces between your words, in the sighs and tears you try to stifle. I am listening. There is no formula, no ritual, no lofty phrase required to gain my interest. You already have it wholly and without reservation. When you fail, as all do not run away from me thinking I am angry or disappointed as humans often are. My mercy is vast and always fresh, like dew upon the morning grass. Each day I give you new beginnings, mercies wrapped in softness, and compassion that wakes with the dawn. Guilt may try to drag you back, shaming you into hiding, but my forgiveness has a different agenda. Restoration, not rejection. Let yourself rest in this truth. Let it shape how you view your story and yourself. Where others have drawn hard lines, excluding you or defining you by past choices, I invite you past those boundaries into my presence, where your failures become seeds for your growth. My plans for you do not collapse because of your weakness. In fact, I choose you precisely, knowing every fragile and unfinished part. Trust that when the world sees only the surface, I see the origins of every fear, every hesitation, every longing of your heart. Nothing in you is wasted, nothing overlooked. The very qualities you dismiss or detest can be woven by my hands into something strong and lasting. You are not a mistake, not the sum of errors or some unfinished project. You are treasured, a beloved work in progress. I celebrate your smallest victories and remain unmoved by the moments you stumble. Instead of disappointment, I am filled with a patient joy over you, delighting in each step taken toward truth, maturity, and compassion. Do not fear that you will reach the end of my patience. No such limit exists. My love is unhurried and inexhaustible. Draw close and remember, there is nowhere you could go where my presence is not already waiting. When you feel most alone, when the night seems unreasonably long, I am there. In places you feel others would abandon you, I become the most faithful companion. Your suffering is not invisible to me. Every tear, though unnoticed by others, is accounted for by my love. Grief is not a sign of spiritual failure or lack of trust. It is a human response to heartbreak, and I walk with you through it. I do not rush your healing, nor demand quick smiles and easy answers. Instead, I gently tend the bruised places within, nurturing hope at the pace your soul can bear. Even in moments where courage falters and despair whispers that nothing will change, I hold the future in my hands and promise that sorrow will not have the final word. Let me remind you again, you are wanted. You do not have to earn my love or prove your worth in endless striving. I crafted you with intention, with delight, dreaming of your laughter, your kindness, your unique way of seeing the world. Resist the voices that call you unlovable or unworthy. They are not from me. I sing over you songs of peace and acceptance, longing for you to hear my melody above the noise of condemnation and comparison. Your place in my heart is secure, not fragile or temporary. I do not love some future perfected version of you. I love you as you are now. When questions come and answers seem elusive, I would have you rest more in my presence than in perfect understanding. There will be mysteries that unfold slowly, purposes that only become clear in hindsight, and prayers that linger on your lips for years. Trust does not require the whole map, only the certainty that I walk with you even when the road is hidden from view. I know the bends and the destination, and I will not let you wander alone. Allow me to give you peace, a peace that wraps your racing thoughts in calm assurance, that quiets anxiety with gentle wisdom. This is not the fragile calm that breaks under pressure, but a fortress that holds you when storms come. You can come to me in every season, with every emotion, with every question, and I will never turn you away. Do not believe that your journey is unremarkable or your presence unnoticed. I see you. I am moved by your perseverance in adversity, by the compassion you show others when you feel empty yourself, by your faithfulness in small unseen acts. The seeds you sow in secret, the simple kindnesses, the quiet prayers, all matter deeply to me. They shape a story far bigger than you know, a tapestry of grace and hope in which you play a radiant part. Even when the outcomes are hidden and applause is absent, I celebrate you. I work in the hidden places, weaving meaning through all that you offer, bringing light through even the faintest flicker of hope. My promise to you is that nothing, no weakness, no failure, no sorrow, no distance, can separate you from my love. Allow that assurance to become a shelter for your soul. Even as others may falter or abandon, I am unmovable, your defender and friend. Hope is never misplaced when anchored in me. Even now I am doing new things within you, reviving dreams, mending what is broken, and preparing paths where there seem no way. My faithfulness does not depend on circumstances. It rests on my unchanging character. So breathe deeply of my gentleness. Open your heart to the quiet power of my presence. In your frailty, you are not disqualified or diminished. You are the very place I delight to dwell, to reveal strength through tenderness, resilience through dependence. Let shame fall away. Let acceptance take root. I am proud to call you mine, now and always. When you feel lost within yourself, unsure of your purpose, longing for significance, remember I have shaped you with intention from the clay of eternity. The world may give you standards to compare against, measures that always leave you lacking or doubting your worth. But my gaze sees through all illusions. In my presence, you are neither invisible nor insignificant. You are known. Each nuance, each tremor of your spirit, each hidden hope pressed between the pages of your soul. My delight is not based on your perfection or performance, but on the simple fact that you are mine. Never dismiss your story because of its broken chapters, for in my hands the jagged edges become radiant testimony. Consider how a river finds its way through rock, not by force, but by persistent presence. So it is with my grace, flowing, shaping, soothing, transforming the hardest places inside you through patient faithfulness. You have wondered if your voice matters, if your prayers rise any higher than the ceiling. Hear me now. Every whisper, every sigh, every silent ache is known to me. The deepest cries, those words you cannot say even to yourself, reach me like songs in the dark. I respond not just with answers, but with myself. I draw near, wrapping comfort around your fears like a gentle cloak. What you call weakness, I call an open door. What you see as failure, I see as fertile soil for growth. There is no condemnation here. My correction comes only as a gentle lifting of your chin. See me. Lock eyes with me again. I remind you of the identity the world would have you forget. An identity anchored not in shifting circumstances, but in my everlasting arms. Lay down the burdens you were taught to carry. The relentless self-scrutiny, the need to earn love through achievement or image. Let me free you now from that heavy expectation. Rest is more than absence of labor. In my presence, it is the refreshment of your deepest self. As a shepherd leads his flock by still waters, I invite you to step away from striving and drink deep of my acceptance. Your value is not in what you do, but in whose you are. You bear my imprint. When you chase meaning outside of me, your thirst only grows. Return. Let my love quench and steady you so anxiety loses its grip and you can breathe full again. My peace is not a distant ideal, but a covering for your mind tonight, a balm for racing thoughts. My love does not shy away from your darkness, your uncertainty, or your questions. Instead, I seek out those spaces, bringing gentle illumination one layer at a time. You are not required to have all the answers or to fix what is broken before you come to me. I invite you as you are, confused, hopeful, angry, weary. My embrace expands to fit your realness. I am not afraid of your doubts. Come, let the questions draw you nearer. In wrestling with me, you find yourself more deeply known, more truly seen. Persistence in seeking me pleases me more than silent resignation. Even as you wait for resolution, as you hope for breakthrough, Know that I am at work in unseen ways. Roots grow in darkness beneath the earth before the first green shoot breaks through. And so too does my hand prepare you for seasons you cannot yet imagine. Do not despise the waiting. I use it to anchor you, to forge resilience, to refine your trust. The process itself is as sacred as the outcome, for in each moment you are learning to lean not on your own understanding, but on my wisdom. Yield your timeline to me. What I do in the hidden places prepares you for purposes beyond your current sight. In your relationships, I invite you to be present with others as I am present with you, seeing beneath the surface, offering compassion without demand for perfection. When conflicts arise or wounds are revealed, remember how I pursue your heart without shame. Extend that same mercy. Choose words that build and actions that heal. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Where forgiveness feels impossible, do not attempt it alone. Draw from my endless well. I do not ask you to forget, but to release your hold on bitterness, giving me your pain bit by bit. In doing so, you open your hands for the new gifts I long to give. Restoration, hope, deep connection, unfettered by fear. You wonder if your ordinary life can matter in the sweep of my story. Trust that nothing is too small for me to redeem. A simple act of kindness reverberates through eternity. A word of encouragement can be a lifeline for the weary. Do not measure impact by the world's standards. I see every secret sacrifice, every unnoticed gesture done with me. Seeds that seem to fall in hidden soil bear fruit in seasons yet to come. Be faithful in the little things, and you will discover how I multiply the mundane into miracles. Let go of striving for greatness, and instead surrender to love. In loving, you reflect the very heart that formed the universe. In moments of exhaustion, when you believe you have nothing left to offer, be still and recognize my sufficiency. I do not despise your limitations. I rejoice to meet you in them. Draw from me. Like manna in the desert, I provide exactly what you need for today. Do not worry about tomorrow's provision. It will come. Take the next step, trusting that I walk ahead of you, beside you, and within you. My strength is made perfect, not in the absence of weakness, but in its midst. Your frailty will never be too much for me. Do not let the shadows of your past define your today or dictate your tomorrow. Where shame has taken root, invite me to uproot it with the gentleness of my truth. Where regret lingers, release it to my mercy. My forgiveness is not just a word, it is a new beginning. Let the past rest in my hands and turn your face to the light of this moment. I am always making a way forward for you. Even when the path is hidden or steep, I never abandon you to figure it out alone. My guidance is tender and sure, ready to direct your steps as you quiet yourself and listen. As you continue on this journey with me, let your heart remain open. Expect surprises of joy, unexpected comforts, holy interruptions in your routines, evidence of my nearness woven through the fabric of ordinary days. Come as you are. Lay down every mask and trust that I am always enough for you and with you. Do not turn away from me when the road feels hard or when your heart wrestles with shadows. I know every ache, every tear that threatens to fall in the night. My nearness is not conditional upon your ability to understand or your strength to endure. My presence surrounds you even when you doubt, wrapping you gently as the morning wraps the earth in new light. I see the tender places where fear has sown seeds of doubt, and I pour living water there, coaxing hope to bloom again. Listen to the quiet invitations, the little nudges in your spirit that call you back to trust. These are my whispers guiding you back to the place of peace in me. When you are overwhelmed, let yourself rest in my embrace. You do not have to strive to please me. I look upon you and I am pleased, for you are my beloved. Allow that truth to stay with you when every earthly voice rages otherwise. My peace is not the absence of trouble, but the assurance of my steadfastness in the midst of every trial. Let your soul unclench the worries you carry, one by one, handing each to me as a child places treasures in a loving parent's arms. I do not judge your burdens. I receive them with compassion, eager to carry what is too heavy for you. Remember, I am not distant, nor am I indifferent to your pain. I am the God who kneels beside you in the dust, who shares in your struggles, and who gently lifts you when you are weary. Do not measure my love by the ease of your path or the abundance of visible blessings. My love runs deeper than comfort. It is the force that carries you through the unknown, through the places you do not wish to go. And even in these places I weave purpose and beauty from the threads of your journey. If you begin to forget who you are in me, pause and let your heart remember. You are more than your circumstances, more than your failures, more than your fears. Hold fast to the truth that you are chosen. You are seen and cherished in every moment, even those you wish were hidden from view. My delight in you is not diminished by your doubts or by the valleys you traverse. Instead, I draw near, offering comfort and guidance, shining light upon every step. When you struggle to see the way, fix your gaze upon me, trusting that I lead well, even when the landscape is unfamiliar. The path I offer may be narrow, but it is rich with discoveries, full of glimpses of grace and peace that bypass human understanding. Each day I invite you into a more profound intimacy, a friendship not based on your ability to perform, but on my unwavering commitment to you. Allow yourself to rest in this simple truth. You do not have to journey alone. I am constantly by your side, a steady companion through every storm, every uncertainty, every quiet moment of reflection. Let go of the comparisons that steal your joy. Look neither to your right nor to your left, wondering why another's path seems smoother or brighter. I hold your story in my hands, unique and precious, and I delight in walking it with you. My plans for you are not lesser because they differ from another's. In fact, they are tailored for your heart, carefully preparing you for all you are becoming. Do not despise the slow seasons, the times when fruit appears sparse and growth is hidden. In these moments, I cultivate roots that will anchor you through every wind and keep you steady when temptation stirs. Trust the process, knowing that not a moment is wasted in my presence. I redeem even your regrets, giving back to you far more than you feel you have lost. My love always seeks restoration, wholeness, bringing forth light from the deepest dark. Seek me with the willingness of a child, unburdened by pride or pretense. You need not have all the answers in order to come to me. Bring your questions, bring your uncertainties. I am not threatened by your seeking, for I am the source of every true answer your heart longs for. When you quiet your soul before me, you will discover that my voice is not a shout, but a gentle whisper inviting you closer. Draw near, not because you feel worthy, but because I am worthy, and I cherish closeness with you. Do not be intimidated by your own lack. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. Where you feel empty, I will fill. Where you feel small, I will uphold you with my mighty hand. Every day is another opportunity to experience my faithfulness, to discover fresh expressions of my affection toward you. I know the ways this world sometimes feels too heavy, how its sorrows tempt you to harden your heart or shield yourself from loss. But I ask you, let your heart remain soft, trusting that I am both your protector and your healer. Do not numb your feelings or suppress your hopes. Bring them into the light of my love. For in my presence no wound is wasted, no sorrow unknown. Even when you have no words left, your sighs and tears become prayers precious to me. I gather them gently as treasures, caring for each one, promising that beauty will rise from ashes. You may not always see how the pieces fit together, but trust that I am working all things for good in the tapestry of your life. My promises are not empty. They are anchors that hold you fast when all else seems unsteady. Anchor your soul in me, believing that no matter what comes, my love endures, and my grace is sufficient for you. Do not be afraid to dream new dreams with me. I am the author of hope, the restorer of paths, the giver of second chances. There is nothing broken that I cannot mend, no longing that I cannot satisfy in my perfect time. Release the disappointments and dreams that have faded. Make room for the new things I am cultivating in and through you. Remain open to surprises, for I delight in pouring out unexpected blessings as you walk in trust. Even in ongoing challenges, I am cultivating patience, compassion, and wisdom within you. Let my joy be your strength as you take each step. And remember that I am always working, often in ways unseen. Continued trust is an act of worship, a daily surrender that honors my heart and welcomes my miraculous provision in your life. There are moments when you stand at the edge of understanding, uncertain whether to leap into trust or draw back into comfort. I see the tension within your heart, the quiet questions that swirl beneath your practiced faith. Every time you hesitate, I am not angry nor impatient. I understand. I remember you are dust shaped by my hands and carried by my breath. Each thought, each worry, each fragile hope is precious to me. In these sacred pauses, when you wonder if you have what it takes, I invite you to look not at your limitations, but at my overflowing strength that holds you. The world says you must measure up, prove yourself, reach certain heights to be worthy, but I measure you so differently. My eyes linger on your trust, not your triumphs. I rejoice in your smallest steps towards me more than the world celebrates victory parades. If you falter, if you slip, my hand is already reaching out, never to punish, always to steady. Listen to me. You are not behind. You are not disqualified by your doubts, your scars, or the tears you try to hide. No fear you feel will make me withdraw. Let every disappointment be dust shaken from your sandals as you continue forward. I will use even what wounded you for a new beginning. Yield your pain to me, not as a weakness to conceal, but as a seed that I will tenderly plant in courage and healing. I never expect perfection before giving my love. My love comes first, making transformation possible. The deepest places that ache within you are not hidden to me. They are invitations for my kindness to meet you in layers you did not know existed. All things are possible with me, not because of your determination, but because I am unchanging. My faithfulness is not measured by the temperature of your emotions or by the day's report. Even when fatigue whispers, "You have given all you can," I pour out fresh streams of grace, You may feel at times that your strength is a shallow well running dry by midday. I am the river underneath, never ceasing, never reluctant to overflow. Stay with me in your dryness. I am still the same, watering with gentleness, calling forth life where you see barren lands. In conversations you replay in your mind, in decisions you fear you might regret, I am with you, guiding more than you realize. What you consider silence is often my invitation to listen deeper, to seek me not just in answers but in presence. Bring to me every anxious thought, the messy, the raw, the unfiltered. There is room in my heart for it all. You do not need to impress me with spiritual eloquence. Your honesty is more beautiful to me than polished prayers. I respond to your true heart every single time. Promise me this, that you will not rush past the treasures hidden in uncertainty. For in the waiting, I carve new faithfulness inside you, weaving a trust that cannot be shaken by temporary shadows. If I have led you into a valley, I will remain there beside you. I am not merely found on the mountain. My voice is gentle in the low places and steadfast in your sorrow. You are never left to fend for yourself while I watch from afar. I stoop low. I dwell among the humble and brokenhearted. Even when your words fail, I receive the silent cry, the whispered longing, the prayers uttered beneath your breath. Open your hands and release the outcome you cling to. You do not have to control what comes next. Lift every burden to me, trusting that I can repurpose even loss for glory you have not yet imagined. What you lay down and surrender, I carry with infinite care. When you cannot see what good may come, remember that I am the one who brings forth blossoms from withered soil and beauty from ashes you thought were wasted. Turn your gaze from the horizon of uncertainty to the nearness of my love right now as you are. There is no perfection required for belonging in my presence. I called you by name before you accomplished a single act of goodness. Your value is not determined by how steadily you walk, but by the simple trust of reaching out when you feel weak. Where others may overlook the depth of your interior life, I dwell within it, nurturing what is unseen to all but me. I am the safe place, the unfailing refuge, the constant that stands strong while all else shifts. If you wonder how to keep going, remember that you are carried, not driven, beloved, not merely employed in my kingdom. Bring me the moments you are tempted to despise within yourself, the impatience, the envy, the anger, the instincts you wish were pure. I am not repelled by your humanity. I know the full extent of your struggle, and I love you fully within it. Every honest admission is a door open for me to step closer, not an obstacle I avoid. The healing you hope for does not require you to clean yourself up first. My presence is the starting place where shame falls away and you learn to see yourself through my eyes. Beloved, chosen, purposed. If you are weary of striving, let my rest be your true north. Let go of the story that you must hold everything together. There is more strength in stillness than you can recognize. Wait in my presence and let patience deepen your roots. When you try to love and stumble into hurt, know that your effort is seen, and my forgiveness is always ready. I do not withhold affection when you fall short, for my commitment remains unshaken by your weakness. I am a God who delights in compassion, who runs towards you, who clothes you in honor despite every failing. Your future is not fixed by your past. Each day with me brings renewals you cannot orchestrate and second chances you do not have to beg for. I am the author of possibilities, rewriting what was broken into testimonies of redemption. The cycle of fear and failure is not your identity. Listen for my voice as I speak life into every brittle hope and resurrect dreams that have been dormant and buried. I am powerful enough to awaken what you thought was beyond hope, not someday, but right here in your story. There will be seasons when the world feels loud, when doubts masquerade as wisdom. I am your steady counsel in the midst of confusion. Before you act, before you despair, come to me. Let my wisdom interrupt worry. My words are not harsh commands, but invitations into greater life. Where the world's demands weigh heavily, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I lead by love, not by fear. As you make choices, remember that nothing can separate you from my affection. Not mistakes, not misunderstandings, not even the deepest regrets. What you carry does not have to crush you. The world may cheer on those who move fastest, achieve most, or impress a crowd, but I am enthroned in the unnoticed places. I see you taking one more step even when it feels small and insignificant. In my eyes, faithfulness in hidden places is priceless and beautiful. Let this become your rest. I am with you. I am for you. I delight to call you mine. You've been walking through valleys, weathering storms that seemed unending, and yet here you are still seeking my voice. Let this remind you of your resilience, for you may not see it in yourself, but I see every courageous step you've taken. You do not remain unnoticed, nor do your struggles pass by me unseen. Each tear you have shed, I have counted. Each breath you've taken under the weight of worry, I have sustained. Now breathe again, this time with expectation, for I have not brought you this far to abandon you or to let you wander aimlessly. Even in your moments of silence, when my presence seemed far away, I was closer than your next heartbeat, whispering hope into places you feared were too broken to be restored. I know the thoughts that circle your mind at night, the secret anxieties and quiet doubts that try to find shelter within you. It is my joy to offer you peace, to lift the burdens you have carried alone for too long. Do not be ashamed of your fragility, for in your weakness, my strength is magnified. Understand that the journey you are on is not a random unfolding of events, but a purposeful, loving accompaniment by my Spirit. I walk with you not just when you are confident and faithful, but especially when your knees shake and your faith feels small. My hand does not retreat during your failures. Instead, I reach out even more for you, desiring to anchor you in my unfailing love. What you interpret as delay is not denial, but a weaving of grace and growth meant just for you. My timing gently calls you to patience, not to frustrate you, but to ready you for the wonders you cannot yet see. Waiting is never wasted in my hands. In the silence, I am planting seeds that will bear fruit in the right season. So trust the quiet, embrace the slow days, and know that I am never idle in blessing my children. Your prayers are never lost. Each one is treasured, cradled deeply in my heart. Longings and desires swirl within you, some spoken, others too tender to utter aloud. I invite you, bring them all to me. There is nothing too trivial, nothing too impossible for me to comprehend or to handle. Your transparency is not a burden. It is a welcome surrender that deepens our relationship. As you lay your uncertainties before me, you will find that surrender is not weakness, but an invitation for me to work wonders on your behalf. My wisdom far exceeds your understanding, and you can rest in the assurance that I will turn all things, yes, even the messy and painful chapters, toward your good. There will be days when shadows seem to stretch longer than the light. In moments when sorrow threatens to become your greatest companion, remember I am acquainted with your grief. I know what it is to be misunderstood and to feel isolated. You are not alone. I am present in every room you inhabit, in every conversation where words fail you, in every sigh of exhaustion. My love pursues you relentlessly, breaking through walls of shame and disappointment. Let gratitude begin small, like a seed planted in difficult soil. Not everything will feel beautiful, and not every circumstance will seem redeemable immediately. I ask you to look for my fingerprints, to celebrate small mercies, to find reasons to give thanks even when your heart is heavy. As you practice thanksgiving, you will find strength you didn't know you possessed, and a new vision for the path ahead. Hope is not a fragile thing when rooted in me. It is a radiant light defying the darkness, a song that rises above the noise of despair. Let hope settle within you. Even when circumstances offer little reason for optimism, your story is still being written, and every chapter, joyful or hard, serves a purpose. You are not the author of futility, but a beloved character in a narrative brimming with redemption. Where others see endings, I see beginnings. Where the world offers scarcity, I give in abundance. Do not be afraid to risk love again, even if loving has wounded you before. I am the healer of hearts, the mender of the broken. I call you into intimacy, not just with others, but with me above all. In me, your heart is protected, cherished, and renewed. The more you trust me, the more your capacity to love and be loved will expand beyond human limits. Sometimes the journey of forgiveness will feel like climbing a steep and endless mountain. Forgiving others and yourself is a sacred act that frees not just the forgiven, but the forgiver. Release past offenses into my hands and watch how lightness returns to your soul. My forgiveness is lavish. Receive it and let it overflow into every relationship that needs healing. You will find that in serving others, your own pain diminishes. Compassion creates room for healing, both in the one helped and in the helper. I see your acts of kindness, even the smallest ones. Each gentle gesture, each word of encouragement, each sacrifice made in secret matters deeply to me. Continue to pursue goodness, not for applause, but as a reflection of my heart within you. Remember, you are deeply seen not just in your strengths, but in your struggles, your confusion, your longing for more. I see every dimension of your being and call every part beloved. Refuse the voices that tell you otherwise. My word to you today is that you are not forgotten, not disqualified, and not too far from grace. The arms that made the stars are the same arms holding you. You do not have to strive for my approval. You already have it. My delight in you is not based on performance, but on relationship. You are my child, and nothing can separate you from my love. Rest in your identity as loved, chosen, and secure. When doubts surface about your worth, return to me and listen for my voice speaking truth over every lie. Let peace be your companion as you move forward, not a fragile peace that disappears at the first sign of trouble, but the peace I give, a steadfast assurance that I am with you always. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Even when the ground beneath you shifts, I am your solid rock. The future may seem uncertain, but my presence is your guarantee. Open your hands, release what you cannot control. Surrender your anxieties as often as you need to. I am patient with you. Each time you choose trust, you unlock new freedom. Each time you risk hope, you allow me to do something new in your life. There is much more ahead, more than you can ask or imagine. Keep your heart open, for I am always working miracles, even in the ordinary. There are moments as you journey in this world when the shadows seem to lengthen and doubts curl around your heart. Even then, I am calling you to remember who you are, and more importantly, whose you are. Each breath you draw is a testament to my sustaining spirit within you, a gentle reminder that your existence is not an accident, nor a fleeting moment in an indifferent universe. You are part of my grand design, woven intricately and deliberately, cherished from before your first heartbeat. When your confidence falters and you question your worth, let my voice drown out the clamor of fear and insecurity. I have placed value upon you that cannot be diminished by circumstances, nor withdrawn by the failures of yesterday. My promise is not shaken by your missteps. My persistence is the ground beneath your wavering feet. I do not tire, and I will never grow weary of meeting you in the places where others might pass by or dismiss. When you wander through seasons of isolation, know that I am especially near. I find you in hidden places, not to accuse, but to draw you out into the light of my restoration. Your struggles are not marks of shame, but opportunities for my mercy to become greater and my power to be revealed. I do not define you by your scars, but by my healing touch. I do not mark you by your defeats, but by my unwavering love. When you gaze into the mirror of my presence, you will see a reflection transformed not by your own striving, but by the gentleness of my hand shaping you day by day. Do not measure your progress by the standards of this world or the fleeting approval of others. Allow my eyes to be the ones that teach you to see your life through the lens of hope, redemption, and boundless possibility. You may find that your expectations of yourself become a heavy yoke, but my yoke is easy and my burden light. Lay down the weights you have carried, self-judgment, regret, the need for constant proving, and learn instead to walk in step with me. As you surrender control, you'll discover new freedom and lightness in your spirit. I take great delight in watching you grow, not because you never stumble, but because you trust me to lift you again and again. Even when you see only your weaknesses, I am working strength through them, turning what was once a hindrance into a channel for my power. Every limitation you face is a canvas upon which I paint my grace in colors otherwise unseen. You may worry about what lies ahead, uncertain if you are ready for the roads you must walk. Remember, you are never alone. As you step into the unknown, I stand before you and beside you, leading, shielding, and guiding. When you quiet yourself to listen for my whisper, you will find wisdom that transcends your own understanding. I am not distant or silent. My counsel is available in every situation, my presence accessible in every challenge. Stay open to the surprising ways I answer, for my methods may not always fit your expectations, but they are always laced with perfect love. Let the hard places in your life become wells of new understanding. Where you have known thirst, I pour living water. Where you have felt barren, I plant seeds of new joy. Where disappointment has seemed final, I author new chapters of promise. I specialize in making something beautiful out of what appears broken or dead. Never doubt my capacity to resurrect situations, relationships, and dreams. I desire not only to repair, but to restore abundantly, making the latter days more glorious than what came before. Trust in this. Your best moments with me are not behind you, but still unfolding, hidden in the opportunities you may not yet see. I long for you to experience deep security, not rooted in shifting circumstances, but in my unchanging affection for you. My love for you is not a theory or a distant hope. It is the central reality from which your life draws meaning and significance. Come to me as you are, not pretending, not hiding parts of your journey. I already see and know you fully, and I welcome you always. There is never a moment when my heart turns cold toward you. There is never a day when my invitation expires. I am patient with your questions, gentle with your hesitations, and firm in my intention to carry you through every season. Let gratitude become the melody of your days, for thankfulness opens doors to greater joy and peace. Instead of focusing on what is lacking, turn your attention to the gifts already scattered along your path. Relationships that bring warmth, moments of laughter, the simple pleasures that break through the routine. With a thankful heart, you will perceive my fingerprints in all things, and this awareness will kindle hope even in the most ordinary moments. Give yourself permission to rest in the knowledge that you are held, cherished, and guided. When you encounter obstacles or resistance, do not retreat in defeat. Trust that there is purpose in the process. I use all things to mature your character and shape you more fully into my likeness. Each difficulty can become a stepping stone if you rely on me, not just your own understanding. Invite me into your pain, your decision-making, your ambitions, and watch as I transform each area according to my wisdom. Nothing is wasted in my economy. Even the tears you have quietly shed will water seeds of future blessing. I collect them, each one, and transform sorrow into beauty in ways only I can accomplish. Do not be afraid of vulnerability. Allow me to meet you in your honesty, and need for true strength is born there. Community thrives where openness is welcomed, and I can work wonders in hearts that are willing to be seen and known. Let go of the illusion of self-sufficiency. Remember, I made you for connection with me and with others journeying alongside you. You are never as isolated as you fear. I am always the connector of hearts and the builder of true fellowship. As you learn to give and receive love more freely, you will catch glimpses of heaven's joy breaking into earth. Let hope anchor you, for hope in me is never misplaced. My promises are not wishful thinking, but solid foundations upon which you can build. Even in times of waiting, I am at work beneath the surface, preparing answers and shaping the future according to plans of goodness. As you keep your eyes fixed on me, you will weather any storm and emerge with greater faith. The journey is long and not without challenge, but you are never without purpose or direction when your life is lived in my hands. You have come this far because your heart yearns for something more profound than mere words or fleeting encouragements. I have drawn you with cords of loving kindness, nurturing you through every page of this message. You may wonder if your struggles are too much, your doubts too deep, or your past too heavy for me to welcome you fully. Yet I tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. My love for you is not measured by your achievements or your failures, by the days when you stand tall or the moments when you falter. It is rooted in who I am and what I have spoken over your life from the very beginning. When you allow yourself to rest in that love, you realize that you were never expected to carry your burdens alone. Even now, I am drawing near to your wounds, your unanswered questions, and the quiet places of your soul you have shared with no one. I desire your honesty more than your perfection. When you open the corners of your heart that have been closed for too long, I pour into them a light that reveals each scar not as a mark of shame, but as a testimony of hope. My healing is not always instant, nor is it always manifest in the way you anticipate, but it is steady, certain, and designed specifically for your journey. Trust that the seeds planted through brokenness will blossom into new strength, just as tender shoots rise from the earth after the fiercest of storms. There will be days when confusion clouds your mind, or when the noise of the world threatens to drown out my whisper. In those moments, remember that I am not just at the mountaintop, but also in the low valleys and the quiet shadows. I see you when you kneel in weariness, uncertain if your prayers even reach my throne. Every sigh, every silent tear matters to me. Not a moment is wasted or unnoticed. My attentive gaze is unwavering, and I delight to be present with you. Even when your faith feels weak, know that I have not grown tired of your questions. I invite them, for they are the language of a heart seeking to understand its maker. Bring your confusion to me. Bring your longing, your frustration, even your anger. I am not threatened by your emotions. I welcome your authenticity, for that is where real relationship grows. Where you feel empty, I pour fullness. Where you feel lost, I provide direction step by step, never demanding that you leap, only that you follow me with the light I've placed before you today. I am raising you into maturity, not by imposing impossible standards, but by infusing you with wisdom and courage. Sometimes transformation feels slow or even invisible, but with every act of kindness, every refusal to give in to bitterness, every moment you choose forgiveness over resentment, you are building a legacy that reaches far beyond what you can imagine. I care not just about your outward acts, but also about cultivating peace within you. When the world demands you be hard, I invite you to remain tender, to let mercy and compassion flow through you as an extension of my own heart. The impact of your life is not measured by applause or recognition, but by how faithfully you reflect my character. Every small hidden act of love is seen, cherished, and multiplied in my kingdom. Lean into the rhythms of grace that I provide. Let rest become a sacred trust, not just a pause from striving, but a declaration that you believe I am at work, even when you cannot see the outcome. I do not look for ceaseless activity or anxious toil. I delight when you set aside your burdens and trust that I am the one who sustains all things. In a world that celebrates hustle and endless achievement, I call you to peace that surpasses understanding. It is in quietness and trust that your deepest strength is found. You have permission to breathe, to rejoice, to grieve, to hope. None of your seasons are wasted in my hands. Even your waiting has purpose, and every delay is woven into a tapestry that will one day display my faithfulness in ways you could not have foreseen. I am the one who redeems every chapter. Your story is not finished. Where you see endings, I see beginnings unfolding with every step you take. The doors that close are not to punish you, but to redirect you toward paths that lead to greater freedom and deeper joy. When you feel forgotten or left behind, remember that my timetable is unlike any you will ever encounter. Trust that I hold the times and seasons, that I am faithful to complete the good work I began in you. The gifts you carry, even those you have not yet discovered, are precious to me. Do not compare your journey to another. I have called you uniquely, loved you individually, and appointed you for such a time as this. Take these words as the sign you have been seeking, the whisper that breaks through your discouragement and rekindles hope. Let love transform your vision, to see yourself as I see you, to see others as bearers of my image, to walk in freedom from shame, and to embrace the courage that comes from knowing you are unconditionally accepted. You have nothing to prove and no fear of rejection in my embrace. Even as you journey through days of celebration and seasons of pain, you are never alone. My Spirit goes before you, stands beside you, and dwells within you, guiding, sustaining, and equipping you for every challenge you face. As you step forward from this place, do not merely remember these words. Let them reshape how you live, love, and hope. Carry them into your interactions, your quiet moments, and your greatest dreams. Return to me as often as you breathe, for I will meet you every single time, ready to pour out more love, wisdom, and strength than you have yet imagined. You are my beloved, and this world needs the radiance only you can unveil. Walk in this assurance. Trust in my unfailing goodness, and know that my heart rejoices over you now and always. Amen. Now rise, step out in faith, and show the world what it means to be cherished and called by me. Amen.